Dan Colpoins. Umpire James Wilson. Linesman Richard Quay. And line judge Kevin Ryan. The officials have met with all the teams along the sideline to review the Sportsmanship Pledge. New York State Public High School Athletic Association requires officials to enforce all sportsmanship rules for athletes and coaches. They will not tolerate negative statements or actions between opposing players, especially trash talking, taunting, or baiting of opponents. If such comments are heard or actions seen, a penalty will be assessed immediately. They've been instructed not to issue warnings. Let today's contest reflect mutual respect.
Well,
Captains are meeting at midfield for the coin toss.
welcome to Iroquois High School, Latimer Field, as the Chiefs get ready to take on the Southwestern Trojans. I'm Stu Boyer along with Tom Prince as we get set to bring you tonight's game, the season opener for both teams. Tom, it's good to see fans in the stands and to have a fall football season. Last time you and I were doing football, it was in the spring.
Yeah, listen, this is just great. We've already seen some fantastic games in Western New York, and guess what? We got another one brewing right here. You've got the Class C runner-ups of last year, Southwestern, who loses to Medina, and you've got the Class B runner-ups who loses to Western New York Maritime, both in fantastic games last year. These teams are two perennial powerhouses in their divisions, and no doubt we're going to see even more happen today. These teams are ready to go, and I'll tell you, they're going to be led by two main quarterbacks, big-time quarterbacks here in Western New York.
That would be Trey Kleitz for Iroquois and Aidan Kennedy for Southwestern. The officials for today's game: Dan Colpois is the referee, James Wilson the umpire, Richard Quay the linesman, and the line judge is Kevin Ryan. The coaches are Robert Pitzonka for Iroquois, Jake Burkhalter for Southwestern. Jake said he graduated a couple of years before Southwestern had those great championship teams, but Dustin Bowser, who played on those great Jay Sirianni teams, is on his coaching staff. So Southwestern will kick off. They have white jerseys, dark pants, dark helmets. Iroquois has the red jerseys, white helmets, and white pants. Kendall Mariacker, one of the team captains for Iroquois, is back at about his own 10-yard line on the near side of the field.
Mariacker, too, a speed demon, right? He's known right now for the track, and he's going to take that track ability right out here to the football field. He is something to watch. He's a hurdler. He can do a lot of things on that track. Watch out if he gets out into an open field.
Nevin Hoos gets set to kick it off. And we are underway. The ball bounces over one of the back players' heads, rolls into the end zone, and it's a dead ball, and it'll be a touchback, and Iroquois will start. Now, Trey Kleitz is at quarterback. Both teams, Tom, have lost some players along the offensive line in some skilled positions, but as you mentioned, the quarterbacks are back, but it's an interesting matchup because neither team really knows how strong their offensive line is going to be.
Yeah, we've seen that all throughout Western New York is what we've seen in a lot of these games, right? It's the first game, right, with no preseason games really that anybody had. But I'll always tell you, any game that you see a smaller school in the sense of C now stepping up to play a B, look at the line play because that could be the difference right there in the game, the battle of the trenches.
Kleitz out of the shotgun. He will hand it off to McNulty. McNulty gets out to about the 25-yard line. So about a 4 or 5 yard gain on first down. It'll be second down. Tom, before the game, you and I were talking, and you were saying this might be a long game because both these teams like to throw the ball.
Yeah.
Of course, the first play will be a running game, right?
Well, again, it's not like they don't run the ball. And you can see is they've got two running backs that you'll hear from here in Iroquois. So it's not like they're not going to run the ball. But when you've got two outstanding quarterbacks the way that these two teams do, expect they're going to pass at one point.
And there's a running play. A flag comes out, so that's a good run. And taken all the way out to about that 35-yard line. But we'll see what the flag is. Trevor Berry, I believe, on the run. And that one's coming back anyway. It's a holding call against the Chiefs. So it'll be second down and a little bit longer than before.
And Berry, right? Berry, we've talked about Berry before, right? He has an older brother that just went through the system right here. But you're talking about Berry, a 6 foot, 200-pounder, right? He's a running back that can run. He's got speed, and he's also that bruising type back that you can do. He will go ahead and break tackles. And what do we see right when he gets the first chance to run the ball?
Breaking tackles. All the way back at the Chiefs' 11-yard line, or the 12-yard line, where it's 2nd down and 19. Kleitz, a football and basketball standout. He's back to pass, throws on the far side. High throw intended for Mariacker. It's incomplete. Kleitz being recruited by a number of colleges, as is Kennedy and a number of other players. But Kleitz was telling us last winter during a basketball game that Mansfield in Pennsylvania wanted him to play both football and basketball. So we'll see. Now, someone before the game told me he's really more of a basketball guy, and I don't really know that. That was just someone's opinion. But I will say this. He's a perfect fit for what Mike McDonald does basketball-wise at Damon College. So here we are on 3rd down. Kleitz clapping his hands. Just underway, scoreless in the first quarter. Iroquois and Southwestern. Berry goes in motion. Kleitz back to pass. He's got time. Now he runs to the right, throws on the run, and it's incomplete. Knocked down. It'll be 4th down, intended for Mariacker.
Good defense there, though, by number 6 for Southwestern.
Chris Miller.
So he does a great job of getting in there. He also does a job of knocking that one out. But now you've got to think Southwestern's setting themselves up for good field position here because of that penalty right there. And then also because if you think about it, the special teams, the ball goes off the player there of Iroquois, goes back into the end zone, don't get a chance to return it at all. And look at where they're going.
Yeah.
Like he's standing at his own 40-yard line right now.
Matt Panis, and the kick goes off the side of the foot, and it bounces out of bounds at about the Iroquois 32-yard line. Josiah Arcada, and John Jimenez told me about his name before the game, and here I am butchering it. So Southwestern will start at their Iroquois 32-yard line,
Stu,
1st and 10.
For somebody who complains about his eyesight, you nailed that 32-yard line right there where that ball went out of bounds.
Well, once in a while, blind squirrel. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Southwestern. Aidan Kennedy will be at quarterback, and he will line up in the shotgun. Number 40, Edwin Gibbon, in the backfield with him. We got a couple of players in motion. Jason Nee in the backfield now. 2 running backs. And the handoff goes to Nee. He makes a cut up, and he's close to another 1st down. So Southwestern trying to take advantage of great field position on their opening drive. He stopped at about the 26-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down and 4.
6 yards brings up 2nd and 4.
Second and 4 for Southwestern. Still scoreless first quarter. 10 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Now Kennedy goes under center for Southwestern. Chris Miller split wide to the near side. And the handoff is to Nee, and he goes forward for about 3 yards, and he's stopped just short of the 1st down. So 2 running plays right off the bat for Southwestern, and they're going to call that a 1st down. So Nee gets a 5-yard gain and a 1st down.
1st and 10, ball spotted at the 22.
1st down Southwestern at the Iroquois 22-yard line.
Good start here by Southwestern, right? You want to be able to move the ball, about to be able to run behind your line, and doing a good job showing that their line is standing up here early.
Jamison Walsh standing next to Aidan Kennedy. And now we get Ashton Matthews moving to the left. Kennedy takes the snap. He'll pass. It's caught on the far side. And going all the way down for another 1st down, down to about the 10-yard line is Matt Panis. So Southwestern gets another 1st down.
10-yard line, 1st down.
And Let's see, is it going to be first and goal, or will we be able to get another first? Nope, first and goal from the 10-yard line for Southwestern. The pass from Kennedy to Panis. Southwestern getting the first real threat of the ball game. And it all came off a shanked punt.
And a defensive stop, right?
Yes.
Defensive stance, too.
Yes. Don't want to not credit the defense. You're 100% correct. Kennedy under center. Handoff up the middle to Knee. And Knee breaks tackles, spins around, and is finally shoved back. They'll probably give him a yard or two on forward progress, but the Iroquois defense tightened and threw him back. He gave him a 3-yard gain. It'll be second and goal from the 7-yard line. Stu Boyer along with Tom Prince at Iroquois. Russ Battaglia is here along with BJ Stack. I don't know about you guys, but BJ is a really good shortstop. I don't know if either one of you guys ever did anything like that.
I knew that.
I know you know. Kennedy under center. Second and goal from the 7 for Southwestern. And here comes Kennedy rolling to the right. He's going to tuck it and run it. And he's brought down inside the 5-yard line. Looked like a design run. Looked like he might have wanted to throw it, but then kind of tucked it and ran it.
And you got to be careful because he is one of the best throwers in Western New York on the run. So he is very dangerous throwing that ball as he's going to be running with it.
So it's third and goal from the 3-yard line.
So Stu, did you know this is BJ's alma mater?
Oh, I did not. Well, nice to have you here, BJ. See, all these little things, they all add up. I didn't know that. Third and goal from the 3 for Southwestern. Handoff going straight up the middle. And he's stopped short. I think that was Jamison Walsh, number 8, going right up the middle. And he is stopped short of the goal line. So now they're going to line up real quickly on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. Kennedy gets him up to the line of scrimmage. And we got a timeout on the field. Southwestern takes the timeout, so Jake Burkholder had his team up at the line of scrimmage.
Actually, it was Iroquois took timeout, yeah.
Because Southwestern got right up to the line of scrimmage. They were going to do that quickly, and Iroquois takes the timeout. 6:56 to play in a scoreless first quarter. Southwestern threatening. It's 4th and goal from the 1-yard line for Southwestern. Beautiful night for a football game. The lights are on here at Iroquois. I'm told that in next month they're going to start working across the street on a new turf field.
Right over on the other side of that,
yes.
the beautiful, EMW Boys and Girls Club. That's one of the nicer ones in the area. They did a great job when they built that one a couple years ago.
So the soccer games will probably most likely be also played on turf. I say that because my daughter played a couple of high school games here on the pretty grass fields across the street. There's a run up the middle, touchdown. So Southwestern scores first. Edwin Gibbon gets the score, and it's 6-0 in favor of Southwestern with 6:52 to play in the first quarter. On 4th and goal, they went for it, and now Matt Panis will be the holder for Nevis Hoos. Hoos from a long line of Hoos brothers who've all played football at Southwestern. The snap, the kick, it's up, and it's good, and it's 7-0. Southwestern with 6:52 to play in the first quarter. So an impressive drive that started off deep in Iroquois territory, and the Trojans finished it off. So Iroquois will get the ball back, and we'll see if the Chiefs have any more success than they did on their first drive.
But listen, Southwestern did exactly what gave them, right? They got great field position and then capitalized it. Did it both by the run as well as by the pass. Showed their offensive line stands up strong right now. That's a big first drive for Southwestern to come on the road and be able to do that on the first drive.
Well, Mariacker and McNulty are the deep men for Iroquois. Kendall Mariacker is a track guy and a football guy. He's also the nephew of Bill's great NFL Hall of Fame running back Thurman Thomas. And believe it or not, I was told he's not being recruited by the University of Buffalo or Syracuse University. Go figure. But a lot of other schools like Nebraska and a few others are recruiting him hard for football. Hard to figure out. You would think the more local schools would be over that. Hoos booms it. McNulty catches it. He's at the 20, at the 25, at the 30, and takes it out to about the 30-yard line where Iroquois will take over 1st and 10.
Number 37 with the stop, Ryan Chapman.
Ryan Chapman on the tackle for Southwestern.
There's a food truck behind the grandstand.
Yeah, I don't know about you, Stu, but I hear there's a food truck out there. It's the Cheesy Chick. I may need to get some grilled cheeses here along the way.
Oh.
But listen, now, to be sure, this is now Iroquois' got to answer, right? You want to respond. You've had a good team here come on the road, respond right away. Now what's your response?
Kleitz throws. It's caught on the near side and taken out past the 40. A helmet goes flying. And Nate Blair on the catch. And that's a first down for Iroquois. That is a first down for the Chiefs at the 43-yard line. Some big hitting there. Somebody's helmet came off. Quite a collision there.
Nate Blair, the sophomore wide receiver, 6'1", 175-pounder. When I saw the helmet go, I actually thought the ball flew out.
That's what I thought, too.
That's what had happened.
I did, too. And I was like, no, it's a helmet, not the ball.
So Kleitz comes out first play, big pass play right there.
Kleitz with McNulty in the backfield. And the ball's dropped by Kleitz. He's going to run to his right, now cuts up the middle, and he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That's about a 5-yard loss. And Jason Nee will get credit for the tackle or the sack. And now it's second and a lot longer, 2nd and 15.
And Edwin Gibbon is in on that one, too. There was 2 guys in on that one that absolutely made that tackle.
That's back-to-back plays he's been involved with, or at least 2 defensive plays so far. Kleitz communicating with his wide receiver on the near side. And there's a handoff, and McNulty is not going anywhere. Southwestern's going to stack him up and shove him back. No gain. Maybe even a loss. 3rd down. Well, Southwestern knew it was coming there and hammered the running back. 7-0 Southwestern, 5:15 to go in the first quarter. 3rd down and 19 now for Iroquois. So the Chiefs in a bit of a hole here. The Southwestern defense playing some inspired football. Iroquois' second possession, and they haven't had too much luck moving the football. 3rd and 19. Kleitz back to pass. He's going to run on the right side. He will throw it on the run, and it is incomplete. Looked like Elijah Arcadapani couldn't hang on to that one. Well, that was Pete Gaglio, and I think a defender might have gotten a hand on that one, and he couldn't hang on to it. It'll bring up 4th and 19 from their own 34-yard line, and Iroquois will once again punt it away.
But I'll tell you right now, Kleitz almost came up with a fantastic play. That would have been a highlight reel type play if he makes that one happen.
Matt Panis back to receive the kick from Josiah Arcadapani will punt it away. And there's a much better punt than the first one. Panis catches it and falls down at his own 35-yard line. He fell to his knee, so the play was over. It'll be 1st and 10 for Southwestern at their own 35-yard line, leading 7-0 with 4:37 to go in the first quarter.
So this is where, Southwestern can step up big right now. They've really got an opportunity to do something big to go up here 14-0 on the road, right? And then what you start to get to do is hopefully put Iroquois on their heels a little bit and make them want to pass more often even than they want to, because they're trying to get that quick strike right there. But listen, now is where their defense has got to step up. This is what they didn't know where they stood. Now you're going to get an opportunity. You've got to come up big here for Iroquois.
Aidan Kennedy out of the shotgun. And he's going to keep it himself. He's got a little bit of a hole. He's out to about the 40. A flag comes in, and my guess is that one's coming back. And the flag's thrown in the area of holding. And let's see. And there's the call, holding against Southwestern. So it'll be first down, still first down, but be that much longer. That's the first penalty Southwestern has taken today. Iroquois had a penalty on its first drive that really hurt them, backed them up deep in their own end. That'll make it a first down and 18 from the 27-yard line. Scoreboard says the ball's on the 17-yard line, but that's on the 27. First and 18 for Southwestern. And Kennedy back to pass. He's being chased. He's in trouble. He throws it away on the far side. Smart play there. Some great pressure by the Chiefs forced him to throw the ball away. And it'll be second down and 18 from the 27. Nate Blair among those putting the pressure on for Iroquois.
Also, and there was Matt Mercutio.
Mercurio.
Yeah, Mercurio. I apologize.
You know how I know that?
I
used to work with a guy named Tom Mercurio before you got to Channel 2.
So Mercurio does a great, you see, he was the one that I was coming in from the right side there that really rushed that play. Does a great job of getting access back there to Kennedy.
Second and 18 from the 27 for Southwestern. And a hand, we got whistles and a false start. So back-to-back, two penalties on this drive so far for Southwestern.
Yeah, you saw the tight end there kind of take off a little bit early there. So far, both teams hurt by penalties, right, in this game. Just that Southwestern has capitalized so far on the penalties that Iroquois had on the first drive right there. But now, Iroquois got to come up with a big stop because you can get yourself good field position and do some damage before the end of this quarter.
It's second and 25 here for Aidan Kennedy and the Trojans. Back to pass. This time he's got a little bit of time. Now he's being chased. He's grabbed by the jersey, and he throws it away. They're going to throw a flag for intentional grounding here as he was being spun around by the defender. And it'll be intentional grounding. That's the third penalty on the drive. It'll also, well, we'll see what the intentional grounding. And this drive has gone the wrong direction completely.
But you see who comes up big on that play again?
Mercurio?
Yeah, that's exactly it. He comes in again. He comes in from the outside. He's causing some havoc from that defensive end spot over there.
Well, now by penalty, Southwestern has the ball back in at their own 5-yard line. It is third down and 40 to play. There is no loss of down on the call in high school on intentional grounding.
And yes, folks, that is right. Third down and 40. That's not a misprint on the screen right there.
And this time they will hand it off. And that running play gets maybe 2 or 3 yards, and Southwestern will punt it away from their own end zone. Knee on the carry there, Jason Knee, and it'll be fourth down. And
that was Trevor Berry on the tackle right there, number 21.
So it'll be fourth down and 37 to go for first down. Long way to go. And they will punt from their own end zone. And the punt is away. Good punt. End over end. It'll bounce at about the 44-yard line of Southwestern. It'll roll and be downed at about the 45-yard line. Matt Burlingame there to down the punt, and now Iroquois has the great field position that Southwestern had on its first drive, and we'll see what the Chiefs can do with it. That will be a drive that I would think Coach Jake Burkhalter is going to play a lot of times in the film room this week for all the things you don't want to do. So first and 10, Chiefs at the Southwestern 45-yard line. Nate Mcgoldrick in motion. Now he comes to a halt. Kleitz goes toward the line of scrimmage. And there's a handoff and a flag. Penalty on Iroquois. Trevor Berry on the carry. Let's see what that flag is. Speculation in the press box is it's on Iroquois. It is. It's illegal motion on the Chiefs. So both teams having penalty issues. It'll still be first down. Except now the ball will be back 5 yards.
5-yard penalty.
Be first and 15 from the 50-yard line.
That'll be first and 15 from the 50.
Just under 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. 7-0 Southwestern. Trey Kleitz calling the signals. Throws on the far side to McNorty, and he's got a catch, and he'll get back to about to the original line of scrimmage. Tommy McNulty with the catch there. And the referee is saying run the clock, so apparently he did not get out of bounds.
Gain of 5 yards brings up 2nd and 10.
I don't think he ever quite got out of bounds because 2nd and 10 now for Kleitz and the Chiefs. Kleitz pitches it to McNulty. He's got some running room, spins forward close to a first down to about the 35-yard line. Good 10-yard run there by McAnulty. Looks like he's just short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and 1 because we're under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Mariacker split wide to the top part of your screen wearing number 7. 3rd and 1 for the Chiefs. Kleitz is going to run it himself, and he's stopped short of the first down. Southwestern not fooled by that little quarterback draw, and now it'll be 4th and 1 from the 36-yard line.
1 yard brings up 4th and 2.
They're going to call it 4th and 2, so he lost a yard. 1:10 to go in the first quarter. McAnulty on the bench for this play. Empty backfield for Kleitz. Sometimes on 4th and short, they like to throw it deep, which is always fun to watch. We'll see what they do here. Kleitz takes the snap. He throws on the far side. It is caught, and he's got a first down and then some, spinning away from the defense and going all the way for the Iroquois touchdown is Nate Mcgoldrick. And it's a 7-6 game, so on 4th and 2, they put the ball in the air and are rewarded with a touchdown. It's 7-6 on a 37-yard touchdown strike from Trey Kleitz to Nate Mcgoldrick. And now they'll try to tie it up or take the lead here with the point after. Looks like they're going to try to kick the extra point. Ilya Borodkin will try to tie it here. 39.3 seconds to go in the first quarter. The kick is up, and it is good, and we're all tied up at 7 apiece. Excuse me, that was Arkadipani on the kick. I thought the 8 was a 0. So we're all tied up at 7 with 39.3 seconds to go in the quarter. Both teams have been hurt a little bit by penalties. And at one point, Tom, Southwestern had all of its momentum going their way, and now Iroquois has taken it back, and we'll see how Southwestern responds to Iroquois tying the score up here late in the first quarter.
Hey, not only is that a big play by Kleitz, but he does it on 4th down to boot, right? So that play gets out, 4th down. Mcgoldrick makes a great move, takes it to the house right there, but does it on 4th down. That just shows what this Iroquois team is capable of on its offense. And then on the flip side, we're going to see the same thing from Southwestern. Both these teams can light it up at any time and will not be afraid to throw the ball no matter what down it is.
Nice move and breaking tackles by Mcgoldrick. Broke at least one tackle right after he caught the ball. I think he had a first down. The second one was caught, but then he spun away from the tackler and raced to the end zone. So Arcadipani will kick it off for Iroquois. Southwestern will get the ball back. Southwestern's last drive was disastrous. There's no other way to put it. Filled with penalties, mistake after mistake.
Both of them have had that drive, right?
Yeah.
That was the first one for Iroquois, right?
Yes.
So both of them have had the drives to get out of their way.
Yeah.
And guess what? Both teams have capitalized off those mistakes.
And Arcadipani puts his foot into the ball. Panis will take it at his own 12-yard line. He's out to the 20, the 25, the 30, and he's out to about the 37-yard line. 33-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 for Southwestern at their own 33-yard line. Good return there by Panis. No flags there. Not a big fan of seeing a lot of laundry on the field. Are they going to call it the 32-yard line? 32.3 seconds to go in the first quarter. Tied at 7. Jason Nee split wide to the near side. Pete Gaglio looks like he has single coverage there. And now Southwestern will do some shifting. Gibbon back in the backfield with Kennedy. And he will get the ball, and right away a flag comes out. He's got a gain of about 5 yards, but the second that play started, the flag came out, and I think that's probably another holding call on Southwestern. It's an illegal procedure call against Southwestern, so it's another Trojans mistake on first down that'll back them up 5. So unfortunately for Southwestern, this looks like a continuation on the first play of the last drive.
But I'm going to tell you who's right now making a statement on defense is absolutely number 50, Mercurio. He was actually the one who makes that tackle if the play stands right there. It just shows he's really starting to make an impact on that defensive line right now. And this is what we talk about, right? The lines, which are all new to both of these teams, right? Trying to figure out the lines, figuring out their identity. He's been big early on, stepping up.
So 1st and 15 from the Southwestern 27-yard line. Southwestern had a great first possession that resulted in a touchdown, and it's been pretty much downhill offensively since then. We're at the 10-second mark in the quarter. We'll see if they get this play off. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. There's the snap. Kennedy looks to throw. Here comes a blitzer. Kennedy gets out of the way, throws it, caught on the far side. Panis makes the catch for a short gain. And that's the end of the quarter. That's the end of the first quarter with the score Iroquois 7, Southwestern 7. We'll be back with the second quarter. Wait, go ahead, Tom.
How does he make that play right there? I mean, they've got to give him tons of credit. And again, Mercurio's right there and one who knocks him down. So 50 again comes up big. But how he even gets that play off to be able to make that as a positive gain, huge props right there to Kennedy.
And that's an 8-yard gain that brings the first quarter to a close. Iroquois 7, Southwestern 7. You're watching high school football on Western New York Athletics.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
Are you in pain from a no-fault car accident? Don't wait. Call RES Physical Medicine and Rehab today and take advantage of our 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. One of our medical professionals will see you within 48 hours. RES offers DXD imaging for a more accurate diagnosis in less time. This allows our doctors to coordinate the most effective treatment plan to get you on your way to recovery faster. Feel better with RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. Click or call today to learn more.
Welcome back to Iroquois High School as we begin the second quarter, all tied at 7. Second and 7 from their own 35 for Southwestern in the white jerseys. Kennedy hands it off and barreling forward for a gain of about 3 or 4 yards
Number 8 on the carry.
is Jamison Walsh. Big young man. What do they list him at? 6'1", 190, a sophomore.
Number 21, Trevor Berry, along with
Berry on the
That was
tackle.
I had McAnulty on that one.
that'll bring up
6.
4.
On the tackle?
Yeah. He came up out of the in there. He was kind of inside. He was joined by other tacklers, but he was in on that one, the first one in there.
Well, Walsh is a big guy to try to bring down, I'll say that. So now it's 3rd and 4 from the 38-yard line for the Trojans. Kennedy under center. Gibbon behind him. Here come the Chiefs. The pitch on the far side. Knee drops the ball, kicks it with his foot, and the ball is loose. Iroquois says they have it. Let's see what the official says. Iroquois football. So off the pitch, it went off the hands of Knee, dropped to the ground, went off his foot, and the Chiefs, I think it was Kendall Mariacker, might have recovered that.
It was number 17, Andrew Trabuco, who came out of the pack holding the football. So I'll give him credit as he comes out holding it.
And 1st and 10 for the Chiefs now. And they get the great field position Southwestern had on their first touchdown drive. 1st and 10 from the Southwestern 31-yard line for Trey Kleitz and the Iroquois Chiefs. Tied at 7, 10:59 to play, second quarter. Kleitz throws to the near sideline, and that play was messed up from the very beginning.
It was a timing play, no doubt about it, and it looked like I couldn't tell if the feet got caught up, but you know what I mean, there obviously was no flag or anything thrown, so it wasn't a contact that somebody thought a flag needed to be thrown, but it definitely was a timing play they were trying to do on that one.
Almost looked like the long fade where they just wanted him to run underneath it. Well, 2nd and 10 from the 31 for Iroquois. Kleitz hands it off, and some good hard running there by Trevor Berry. Gets about 4 or 5 yards. It'll be 3rd down for Iroquois. And it looks like somebody's down on the ground, and hopefully he's up and okay shortly. He's getting up slowly, trying to get up. Ooh, and walking toward the sideline is Andrew Trabuco. He's going to jog off. Something tells me he's going to be okay.
Yeah, you wonder if there's, again, with the heat, we're going to see a lot of cramping. We've seen it all weekend so far, so don't be surprised if it's just some cramping that some of the players are going to go through. But Berry, boy, is he proving early on he's going to be a tough running back to tackle. As you see him yards after hit, right? He's getting hit and gaining yards every time after that first hit.
So 3rd down and 7 from the 28-yard line for Iroquois. Pete Gaglio comes to the near side, split wide. Berry standing next to Kleitz. And that's a handoff to Mariacker, who breaks a couple of tackles and goes forward. And a late flag comes out. We'll see what the flag is. And from the reaction of one of the Southwestern players, that might be on number 6, Chris Miller.
It's a hold. No, it's a holding against Iroquois.
Holding against Iroquois. Well, that'll take them back if they'll get 3rd down over, but it'll take them back a bit.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but you saw back here, you saw something going on back here.
Oh, that's what it was. Miller was the victim.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's exactly where it was, because you saw him kind of throw up his hands after that, going, whoa, 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 whoa. You know, why aren't you calling this?
Yeah, where's the flag?
So this is interesting, though. Okay, so they're going to do it from there. Like, in a lot of cases, you see them actually do it from where the hold was, right? Have you see we've seen that a lot over the weekend. They're just going to do 10 yards right here from the play, but in a lot of cases they do it from where the hold actually took place.
I'm going to have to ask my referee expert friend Bob Newsenhoff and have him explain to me whether that's from the spot of the foul or from the line of scrimmage and what the difference is.
Which is why, there may be where it was in the play, I don't know, because it wasn't a pass play. So that may be the reason why, because it wasn't a pass.
3rd and 18 from the 39 for Iroquois. Kleitz out of the shotgun. Gets the snap, looks to pass, rolls to the right. Wants to cock his arm, but is brought down way back at the Southwestern 45-yard line. Number 14, Max Marshall, wrapped his big bear-like arms around him and threw him to the ground, and it'll bring up 4th and a lot longer than 18 yards.
And Dante Hoos was the other one on that one. Number 68 joined him on that one. 2 big guys right there coming up with a big sack.
And they really wanted to throw the ball deep, it looked like, on that play. So now Iroquois will punt it away. Arcadepagné will punt. Panis back at his own 20-yard line. Arcadepagné from his own 40. There's a good punt. That'll back up Panis, but he'll catch it at the 15, come to the near side at the 20, and he's brought down at about the 23 or 24-yard line, where it'll be Southwestern's ball, 1st and 10.
Gaglio on that last stop.
Gaglio on the tackle.
Ball spotted at the 24. 1st and 10.
Both defenses right now stepping up, but it's been interesting. It's been both defenses stepping up. That seems to be after a couple big penalties along the way, right?
Yes.
It is what you've seen. So,
well, whichever team can cut out the penalties, that's been a major factor in this game for both teams. You know that'll be a point of emphasis in practice for both teams this week. This is one of those Class B versus Class C matchups.
we got a couple score updates I can give you here in a second, too.
Okay. Always look forward to those. Oh, maybe a little confusion in the Southwestern backfield. Now they get it straightened out. Kennedy spinning away from tacklers, but he's going nowhere fast, and he's brought back by a whole host of tacklers, all trying to get the football out of his hands, which they can't do. So it'll be second down. No gain.
So the first scoring update, low scoring game so far is Ken West has got a 6-3 lead over Pioneer. And we've got Akron with a 13-0 lead over Chautauqua Lake.
It'll be 2nd and 11. He lost a yard on the play. Second quarter, 8.5 minutes to play. Still tied at 7. Somebody I thought moved early in the backfield, but here's Kennedy looking to throw, running to the right, pointing, throwing, deep downfield. It is, looks like it's incomplete on the far side. So Kennedy, as you talked about earlier, Tom, one of the best throwers on the run, got it down the field, but Trabuco was there to break up the pass play. Good defensive play, and
look,
nice throw, too.
That was Miller. It was out there, right? That hits Miller's hands at one point, right? So you can't ask for a better throw right there from your quarterback. And we talked about it. I've seen him now for a few years. When he rolls out, watch out. He becomes very dangerous.
So 3rd and 11 from their own 23-yard line for Southwestern. Another good defensive series so far for Iroquois. Well, we thought we might see much more offense, but we've seen a lot of really good defense. Both teams getting pressure on the opposing quarterbacks. Kennedy back to pass. He throws deep down the near sideline. Incomplete, out of bounds. And, of course, Nee is complaining that he was pushed by Gaglio, but no flags. And that'll bring up 4th and 11 from the 23 for Southwestern.
And I'm not sure it was a catchable ball either. So in either case, it's going to be a tough penalty to be able to ask for in that case.
So it'll bring up 4th and 11. Looks like Kennedy will handle the punting.
So what do you think? I don't know if I would have thought this to be a low-scoring defensive game early on, but I'll tell you, both coaches are liking what they're seeing from these young defensive players.
And the punt is going to bounce at about the 35, roll back to the 30. Mariacker is going to let it roll, be downed by Southwestern. Matt Burlingame downs it, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Iroquois at their own 31-yard line. 7:49 to play, second quarter, all tied up at 7. Southwestern scored first on their first drive of the ball game, and Iroquois scored late in the first quarter to even it up at 7. Since then, a lot of defense. We'll see if the offenses can get on track here.
So right now, listen, what a beautiful night here.
Perfect.
Right? You couldn't ask for a better night for the first weekend of football.
Perfect. Here's Kleitz. Throws to the near side. It's caught. And getting all the way out to about the 41-yard line is Nate Blair for Iroquois. And they're going to give him a first down there. So it'll be first down at the 42-yard line of Iroquois.
Blair's coming up big early, right? This is a sophomore right now stepping up, and he's been a big receiver early on.
And this time it's a running play, and not getting much as Trevor Berry stood up pretty close to the line of scrimmage. I don't think he gained anything there. Well, they're going to say he had a 2-yard gain, but those were two tough yards. He paid for it as the Southwestern front four said, you're not going any further than right there.
And it was Colton Holbrook who was on the tackle right there for the Southwestern Trojans.
2nd down and 8 now for the Chiefs, as we're under 7 minutes to play in the first half. And play action pass, and it's incomplete. He rifled that one, but Blair couldn't bring that one in. Boy, he had a little extra mustard on that one.
He did. And he was trying to fit it in right there into traffic. So, of course, he was trying to fit that in and make sure he hit it where only Blair could catch it.
So 3rd down and 8 for Iroquois. Chiefs have 1 first down on the drive so far, and that was on the first play of the drive. First downs have been hard to come by for both teams, with the exception of 1 really good drive for each team. Now Southwestern drop backs, expecting a pass. Here's Kleitz, and he gets away from a tackler. He throws, and it's incomplete. Nate Mcgoldrick couldn't hang on to that one. Great play by Kleitz to get away from the trouble and make the throw. And Mcgoldrick couldn't bring that one in, and that'll bring up 4th down and 8.
Okay, I'm actually more impressed even by Kleitz breaking that tackle. What did Kleitz do after his teammate drops the ball? He runs down to him, pats him on the head, shows his leadership, says, stay in here, no big deal, we're going to get this one. That's a true leader, and that's somebody you want on your team every single day of the week right there.
And Southwestern takes a timeout. They're tied at 7 with Iroquois, 6:38 to play here in the second quarter. So Southwestern, with the timeout, they'll be getting the ball back. There's a chance they can get pretty good field position.
You know, I can't talk enough about that, Stu.
I know you're big on that kind of
stuff.
stuff.
Well, because you know why? It's so underrated. How many times do we see quarterbacks or we see running backs or we see guys get angry with their player because they dropped it? He doesn't get angry. He picks his player up. So when he's going to really need him at that time, that guy's going to want to make that big play for him and he's going to do everything he can to do it. True leadership right there, and I can't say enough about seeing that and seeing exactly what Trey Kleitz did for his team.
You know, and another interesting thing, Tom, is Mcgoldrick has the touchdown where he made a great play to break a tackle and take it to the end zone for the touchdown. So he makes one great play. That would have been a great catch there. He just couldn't happen to hang on to it. So within a game, all players have their ups and downs. And you're right, good leadership by Kleitz. So now, Arkadapani will punt it away.
They're
There's
going for
no
a
one
block.
back deep. They're bringing everybody. They couldn't quite get it. And the ball will bounce and take an Iroquois bounce at about the 20, the 15, and it'll be down at about the 15-yard line where Southwestern will have it. The Trojans bringing everybody up and trying to block it, and they couldn't quite get there. So Arkadapani did a good job getting that one away.
So I don't know if you heard it at the timeout because I thought I heard it, but I heard Russ say that he's got a newfound love, what I was doing with all the behind-the-scenes stuff, that I had some of his grilled cheeses coming to me over here from the Cheesy Chick.
Are you trying to say Rush is buying for us all? Is that where you're going with this, Tom? Because if he's buying, I'm getting. If Russ is buying, I'm getting. BJ too. You probably didn't know that, but.
If they take credit cards.
First and 10 for Southwestern. They're at their own 14-yard line. Beginning to get dark here in Western New York. And the first play is Kennedy throwing to the near side, and it is caught. And Jason Nee gets out close to the 25-yard line.
And still a lot of time left, right? Only a 6:08 and ticking right now on the clock. More than enough time for both teams really to still do something inside this half.
Second down and a yard for Southwestern. Kennedy with a little play action on the last play and was able to complete the pass. Kennedy pitch on the far side to Godwin, and I'm not sure he got that first down. I think they strung it out and brought him down before he got the first down.
They look like they're right at the line, yeah.
And he got it.
That's Gibbon on that one.
Edwin Gibbon on the carry there. So it's first and 10 from the 24-yard line for Southwestern. And they'll run it straight up the gut again, and there's not much there.
You know, it's funny. So
Knee on the carry.
I talk about adjustments. What are coaches going to do right at halftime to make adjustments inside the game? Right now, both defensive lines are really having success against the offensive lines, right? So what are you going to do differently to help get some help either to that line or stunts or changes or more using your running back more to tackle? What are you going to do differently to stop what's happening but the push that's happening by both defensive lines?
And interestingly enough, Tom, we know both teams had losses to graduation on both offensive lines, so that has to factor into whatever the coaches do. And there's a run up the middle, a short gain, and that'll bring up third down.
But again, like you said, Stu, if I'm Southwestern, what do you say? Boy, I've come up to Iroquois, a solid B school that was right in the championship game last year, and we've got them right now 7-7 close to halftime. That right now is at least positive for us. If I'm on Iroquois, I'm saying ultimately the same thing, except for what am I saying is we're new, we're young, right? We're learning more about this team. We're right in the game with a top team in Western New York. Now, how are we going to take it to the next level? And both teams, changes at halftime are going to be critical to who wins this game.
3rd and 4 from the 30-yard line for Southwestern. Nee and Panis split to the near side. There's a pass caught by Nee. He's got the first down and has finally shoved out of bounds. He's not at about the 43 or 44-yard line, and that'll be a first down for Southwestern. So Nee on the catch from Kennedy. Kennedy with a little play action, rolled a little bit to the near side and fired a strike to Nee, who did the rest to get the first down.
That was Mcgoldrick actually on the stop on that one also.
Panis comes to the near side. Kennedy back to pass, in trouble, trying to get away from the rush. He does. He's going to tuck it and run it, and he's knocked out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. And look who goes over to pick him up, his buddy Trey Kleitz, after he got knocked out of bounds.
But Berry with a nice hit as he knocks him out of bounds. Berry comes up big on that one.
49-yard line.
Second down for Southwestern, 2nd and 4 from their own 49-yard line.
So, Stu, you're getting all the comments so far. I get a Stu in the best Western New York high school play-by-play guy.
Oh, thank you. That's so nice. It's so much fun to do this with you and BJ and Ross and all our Western New York guys, including Frank, too, even though he's a troublemaker.
But you can't tell him that, though. You can't tell Frank that.
And there's a handoff going up the middle. Great run by Nee all the way inside the 40-yard line. Jason Nee, what a run. He carried people on that one. That's a first down. All the way down to about the 36 or 37-yard line of Iroquois. 37-yard line. Great
One of the
run.
first times we saw a hole right there, right? You haven't seen many holes, so give Southwestern offensive line some credit to help Nee be able to get that run.
1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. For Southwestern. We're tied at 7, 2.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Kennedy back to pass, throws off the hands of Nee, incomplete. Nobody around him, he just couldn't bring that one in. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
He had some quick pressure on that again. As you saw, Iroquois get some pressure right there by the defensive line. But boy, no doubt, listen, it's been so far, right? Defense is coming up big. And then also, you talked about it, Stu, penalties have been key to stopping drives, right? Or really prolonging and pushing you so out of an opportunity to get a first down. You're even trying to make a great play, and you're still not going to get a first down.
2nd and 10 from the 37 for Southwestern. Kennedy under center. He'll pitch it to Panis. Panis at his own 40. Cuts inside, got some running room, goes straight up the middle, has a tackle or two to break. He's all the way down. He's still on his feet and brought down inside the 10-yard line. What a run. Ilya Borotkin brings him down to save the touchdown. What a great run there. Wow.
I mean, you got to give all the credit to Panis on that one. Did you see that cut he makes when he sees the opening? He gets to the outside, cuts to the inside, and then it's open field, and then he really turns it into something. But Panis makes that play. Give him all the credit on that one.
So it's 1st and goal from the 8, and Iroquois will take timeout. Well, that so far is the play of the game.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Well, I mean
the
listen,
touchdown was great for Iroquois, too, but
absolutely.
that run.
Yeah, I mean, that was a big play, too. I mean, I agree with you, but I saw when you talk about a run where really he turned that looked like it was going to be nothing, and then turned it into something huge. I 100% agree with you. But if you think about it, that touchdown, he doesn't break that tackle. Does he even get the first down maybe, right? Yeah. So 2 big plays, no doubt we're talking about 2 big plays that are the difference in this game right now. And you saw Southwestern does have a kicker. So if they get their stop down in here, I wouldn't be surprised they do try for a field goal here.
Well, it's 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Iroquois has taken a timeout. We're tied at 7, 2:13 to play here in the second quarter on an absolutely perfect night for football or just about anything else. Tom, I know you and I are big Syracuse fans. The Orange are playing tonight against Ohio in the MAC. Now, it used to be that would be a guaranteed win for Syracuse.
Now we're praying they hang on for something.
That's right. Now, yes, you're right. So they were supposed to kick off at 7. So if you happen to see a score along with all those high school scores, please check it out for me. I can tell you that the Yankees lost and the Red Sox won.
Oh, I knew you had to get that one in, though, didn't you, still,
yes,
right?
And Tampa won, too. So, and of course, unfortunately, Boston beat Cleveland. We tried, Tom. We tried, honest. Here we go. 1st and goal from the 8-yard line for Southwestern. Kennedy wants to keep it himself. He's dancing around in the backfield, and he'll get maybe a couple of yards before he's brought down. It'll be 2nd and goal. See exactly where they spot it. Mercurio, as Tom has mentioned before, is having a big game, has another tackle there. We'll call it 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line. We're under 2 minutes to play in the half. Tied at 7, Southwestern threatening. And the Trojans are taking their time in the huddle here. And now they come out of the huddle. 2nd and goal. Knee, the lone setback. Here's Kennedy rolling to the right, looks to throw. He throws into the far corner, incomplete. Over the outstretched hands of the wide receiver, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal. Looks like Mariacker on the defense there. Ashton Matthews couldn't haul that one in. He threw it a little bit high and over his head. He leapt and stretched out his arms, but he couldn't bring it down. So it'll be 3rd and goal from the 7-yard line.
So here's your score update. Syracuse leads 9-3 with 12:37 left inside the second quarter.
Thank you. Sounds like a baseball game.
It does. A lot of field goals in that one, right?
Yes. Well, we'll look forward to the basketball season, okay? All right, 3rd and goal from the 7 for Southwestern. Aidan Kennedy waiting for the snap. And he throws over the outstretched arm of Panis, who got a hand on it. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's a flag. That's going to be a personal foul.
I was just going to say, I think there's going to be a flag for a personal foul, because after the play, someone in a red jersey got knocked on his keister well after that play was over.
Panis knocked someone down is what it was.
So we'll see. And personal foul, that's going to go against Southwestern.
So think about it. You had an opportunity right there to try to kick a field goal to take a 10-7 lead, and now with a 15-yarder, you're outside of field goal range probably right here.
Now, is that 3rd down? They're going to make it 4. They've got a 4 up on the chains
No,
on
it
the
happened
far
after
side.
the play.
After the play,
Yep.
so it'll be 4th down, and we'll see if they bring Hoos out to try a long field goal, which I don't think they will. No, they won't. So now it's 4th and goal from the 22-yard line.
No, they are.
Yeah, there it is. It's Nevis Hoos. Will the ball be spotted at the 22-yard line, be a 32-yard try. Hoos from a long line of football players in the Southwestern program. One of his brothers, Tanner. And there's a flag. Did Iroquois just jump
Yes,
offsides?
I think they're offsides right there. I think it's going to be a 5-yarder.
Yep, sure is. Oh, my goodness. So both teams, here we go again, continuing the theme of penalties, and that'll give Hoos an extra 5 yards to work with. You know, you could say some of this is the opener for both teams, but I can tell you neither coach is going to be happy about that.
And what do we, listen, right now with a field goal attempt, 5 yards makes a big difference.
Now I think it's a 27-yard try. Kick is up and no good, wide left. So Iroquois dodges what could have been falling behind. I didn't want to say dodges a bullet anymore, because you have people get mad at you for that. But they dodged a situation where they could have been behind. Instead, the game remains tied. And Iroquois
that
takes
penalty
over on
comes up
Dyer.
big because
it's huge.
you were almost kicking an extra point down there is what you were going to do and get yourself a lead, and now a personal foul penalty puts you out of being an opportunity to score.
And from where we're sitting, a very silly personal foul. So here's 1st and 10 for Iroquois at their own 20-yard line, tied at 7, a minute 17 to play here in the second quarter. Kleitz back to pass. Now he's going to run. He's got a hole. He's going to keep the ball coming to the near side, and he'll get out to about the 31-yard line, which will be another 1st down for Iroquois. Kleitz, don't think he ever really wanted to throw that one. Looked like a designed run.
So we got a scoring update where we've got a lead change at Ken West as Pioneer leads 16-6 over Ken West with 2 minutes left in the first half.
1st and 10 Iroquois at their own 31-yard line. Kleitz back to pass. On the far side, he throws. It's caught on the far side and close to another 1st down. I think he's got another 1st down as Andrew Trabuco. And Iroquois looks like they're moving the chains. It's another 1st down. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the Chiefs' 41-yard line.
Nice drive so far here by Iroquois. Still more than enough time. Normally you think 55 seconds isn't a lot, but it is. Remember, clock stops to move the chains, and you will have time to set plays up.
Clyde's going to throw it again. He throws deep. Incomplete, overthrown, intended for Trevor Berry. And that will stop the clock, having only taken 2 seconds off of it. So it'll be 2nd 10 from the Chiefs' 41-yard line.
Kennedy almost makes an interception out there, too.
Well, it looks like the Chiefs are going to be riding the right arm of Trey Kleitz tonight. And maybe all season.
Well, but Barry has done a good job of running the ball, too. Like, they're going to be able to run the ball. Like I said, is what changes they're going to make to be able to help that offensive line be able to hold blocks or be able to hold guys to be able to get through that line.
Kleitz shouting out the play. Empty backfield. No doubt this is a pass unless he's going to run it himself. And he comes to the near side. There goes a flag, and here comes Kleitz on the run, and he's brought down at about the 42-yard line. And that was Ashton Matthews on the tackle. Let's see what this flag is for.
It's usually in the holding area. Yeah, and that's exactly what it is.
And that's against Iroquois. So the nice start to the drive is hampered by a holding penalty.
Which has been, like I said, the theme of the first half, which is what we've talked about, right?
Yeah, referee Dan Colpoys and his crew of umpire James Wilson, linesman Richard Quay, and line judge Kevin Ryan. They've been busy tonight.
Yeah, and no, but listen, the 2 scores have come from each team capitalizing off a mistake, right? Because of penalties. Now someone's going to have to break through in the second half to be able to win this game.
30 seconds to play in the half. 2nd and 21 for Iroquois from their own 29. Kleitz looks to throw. He throws on the run, almost intercepted and almost caught. Knocked down by Ashton Matthews. Breaks up the pass intended for Mcgoldrick. And it'll be 3rd and 21 from the 29-yard line. It's amazing, Tom. It always amazes me how a drive get off to such a great start and then, boom, just go the other way.
Takes one penalty that's 10 yards to really just, you know, a 1st and 20, a 2nd and 20, whatever it is, just it literally gives away what you're going to do.
And we've got a timeout on the field. Iroquois takes a timeout. 24.4 seconds left in the play. You know, sometimes in these games when they take a timeout, you think they're setting up a trick play. Which, well, you know, I mean.
Yeah, in a lot of cases, too, it depends on who calls a timeout, right? If I'm on a defensive side of the ball and I'm calling timeout, what am I trying to do? Make sure I'm not getting beat deep. I may see something that something's going to get over the top right there, and I want to be able to stop that from doing. Or flip side, do I see something in the defense right there that can at least get me a large gain? Not that we're going to get a touchdown. We're just trying to get a good gain to make sure that we've got a manageable to move forward. We got a scoring update, too.
Oh, nice.
Silver Creek is up 8-0 over Alden with 5:54 left inside the first half. Anastasia grabs his 2nd touchdown of the game for Olean. A missed PAT has Fredonia leading Olean 14-3.
Anastasia, would he be the son of the former basketball coach in Olean?
Listen, they're all connected down there. The Anastasia's like what we see up here for McDuffie, right?
Okay.
What we see, like it's okay. All over.
All right. You did the Jamestown Orchard Park game last night. Quick impressions. Well, before this play, if you can get in, quick impressions of both teams.
Offenses are electric, both teams. I believe that really right now the defensive lines really need to step up and they need to do some things differently in the defensive fronts.
Here we go, 3rd and 21 from the 29-yard line for Iroquois. Kleitz throws to the near side, caught by Mcgoldrick. Mcgoldrick is knocked out of bounds at about the 39-yard line, well short of the first down.
And Butera has really stepped in right now as saying, I'm the Conley Cup favorite. I'll tell you, Ben Gasella on the flip side for Orchard Park looked phenomenal throwing the ball. 3 touchdowns to Evans, the junior connection, which last year we called the sophomore connection, right?
Yes.
Unbelievable with there. Ben Casella, though, 5 different receivers saw plays yesterday. Really like what I saw from both offenses.
And did Drake pick up where he left off when we saw him in Grand
They
Island?
didn't throw the ball
no,
much.
They didn't.
They really didn't throw the ball much at all. It literally, when you've got a guy that runs for over 300 yards
true.
with 6 touchdowns, you don't need to throw the ball. You're going to hand the ball off to Butera and let him do his thing.
Yeah, that's definitely the Connolly Cup favorite after 1 week.
But listen, there's a lot of big things that happened yesterday, right? How about West Seneca
I was
West
just gonna
stepping
mention
up
that.
big over South Park? That was a big one. How about McKinley taking on a AA school in Niagara Falls with a double-digit win right there
Wow.
themselves, right? There were big wins all over the place that you can really see teams stepping up and see who's going to be there right now early on. I believe, though, that Orchard Park Jamestown game was a great stepping stone for both teams. Jamestown saying, guys, watch out. We took on a AA favorite, and guess what? We're standing right there. Watch out. We're looking to go after not only a sectional title, but more.
Are we looking at a stadium preview with those two teams, you think? I know it's a long way off.
Listen, you got to remember there's a lot of things. We'll talk about that.
Well, Arkadapani with the punt. There's no one back deep. Bounces at about the 32-yard line. Now it'll take an Iroquois roll, and they'll down it at about the Southwestern 25-yard line, where Southwestern will take over 1st and 10 with 6.1 seconds to go in the half.
Stu, that A South is loaded, right? You're talking about Jamestown. You're talking about, West Seneca West. You're talking about South Park. And there's a 4th team in there that I loved last
Frontier?
year. That's exactly who it is. That drops from AA to A. That's going to make some right now havoc inside that division.
That's with, I believe, Austin Lippert at quarterback.
Yep.
And Southwestern will take a knee, and that'll bring the first half to a close. At halftime at Iroquois, it is Iroquois 7 and Southwestern 7. We'll be back with the second half after this short break.
Start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Are you in pain from a no-fault car accident? Don't wait. Call RES Physical Medicine and Rehab today and take advantage of our 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. One of our medical professionals will see you within 48 hours. RES offers DXD imaging for a more accurate diagnosis in less time. This allows our doctors to coordinate the most effective treatment plan to get you on your way to recovery faster. Feel better with RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. Click or call today to learn more.
Paul Wolf Agency, how can I help?
I got a problem. I got a big problem. The house flooded overnight, everything's destroyed, and I don't know what to do.
You can relax. The wolf is on his way.
What's the damage?
It's bad.
As opposed to good? It's 20 minutes away. I'll be there in 10. You're Teddy?
Yes, sir.
I'm Paul Wolf. I solve problems.
Oh, good, because I got a big one in here.
May I come in?
Absolutely. Mr. Wolf, can I get you a cup of coffee?
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Media is a locally owned and operated multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere, covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Why do you...
At Cairo First Wellness, your health and well-being is our passion. Let us take care of you and your family like one of our own.
Cairo First Wellness Center is dedicated to providing patients long-term relief and teaching them how to continue taking care of themselves. With a blend of different techniques, services, and personalized treatment plans, we'll help you find wellness in a way that's right for you. Between chiropractic care, spinal decompression, nutritional counseling, massage therapy, custom orthotics, and more, your relief is in our hands. If twisting, popping, and cracking intimidate you, our Pro Adjuster restores the same range of motion as a physical adjustment would with gentle, repeated tapping.
Dr. Mo at Cairo First has been taking care of my back needs for the past 4 years. His staff treats you like family. I've had the traction, I've had the massage done, and every time leave here feeling fresh and brand new.
Cairo First Wellness Center. Your health and well-being, our passion.
Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs. WNYathletics.com is the premier high school sports website in Western New York, providing the best sports coverage of Section 6 and Monsignor Martin leagues. Check out our page for daily game recaps and late-breaking sports news. Our online scoreboards are updated in real time. Never miss a goal or touchdown. Visit WNYathletics.com today or follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Are you in pain from a no-fault car accident? Don't wait. Call RES Physical Medicine and Rehab today and take advantage of our 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. One of our medical professionals will see you within 48 hours. RES offers DXD imaging for a more accurate diagnosis in less time. This allows our doctors to coordinate the most effective treatment plan to get you on your way to recovery faster. Feel better with RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. Click or call today to learn more.
Paul Wolf Agency, how can I help?
I got a problem. I got a big problem. The house flooded overnight, everything's destroyed, and I don't know what to do.
You can relax. The wolf is on his way.
What's the damage?
It's bad.
As opposed to good? It's 20 minutes away. I'll be there in 10.
You're Teddy?
Yes, sir.
I'm Paul Wolf. I solve problems.
Oh, good, because I got a big one in here.
May I come in?
Absolutely.
Mr. Wolf, can I get you a cup of coffee?
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
At Cairo First Wellness, your health and well-being is our passion. Let us take care of you and your family like one of our own.
Cairo First Wellness Center is dedicated to providing patients long-term relief and teaching them how to continue taking care of themselves. With a blend of different techniques, services, and personalized treatment plans, we'll help you find wellness in a way that's right for you. Between chiropractic care, spinal decompression, nutritional counseling, massage therapy, custom orthotics, and more, your relief is in our hands. If twisting, popping, and cracking intimidate you, Our Pro Adjuster restores the same range of motion as a physical adjustment would with gentle, repeated tapping.
Dr. Mo at Chiro First has been taking care of my back needs for the past 4 years. His staff treats you like family. I've had the traction, I've had the massage done, and every time leave here feeling fresh and brand new.
Chiro First Wellness Center. Your health and well-being. Our passion.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Are you in pain from a no-fault car accident? Don't wait. Call RES Physical Medicine and Rehab today and take advantage of our 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. One of our medical professionals will see you within 48 hours. RES offers DXD imaging for a more accurate diagnosis in less time. This allows our doctors to coordinate the most effective treatment plan to get you on your way to recovery faster. Feel better with RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. Click or call today to learn more.
Paul Wolf Agency, how can I help?
I got a problem. I got a big problem. The house flooded overnight, everything's destroyed, and I don't know what to do.
You can relax. The wolf is on his way.
What's the damage?
It's bad.
As opposed to good? It's 20 minutes away. I'll be there in 10. You're Teddy?
Yes, sir.
I'm Paul Wolf. I solve problems.
Oh, good, because I got a big one in here.
May I come in?
Absolutely. Mr. Wolf, can I get you a cup of coffee?
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
At Chiro First Wellness, your health and well-being is our passion. Let us take care of you and your family like one of our own.
Chiro First Wellness Center is dedicated to providing patients long-term relief and teaching them how to continue taking care of themselves. With a blend of different techniques, services, and personalized treatment plans, we'll help you find wellness in a way that's right for you. Between chiropractic care, spinal decompression, nutritional counseling, massage therapy, custom orthotics, and more, your relief is in our hands. If twisting, popping, and cracking intimidate you, our Pro Adjuster restores the same range of motion as a physical adjustment would with gentle, repeated tapping.
Dr. Mo at Chiro First has been taking care of my back needs for the past 4 years. His staff treats you like family. I've had the traction, I've had the massage done, and every time leave here feeling fresh and brand new.
Chiro First Wellness Center. Your health and well-being. Our passion.
Welcome back to Iroquois High School. Stu Boyer and Tom Prince bringing you the game. Russ Battaglia producing and BJ Stack on camera. 7-7 at halftime. Southwestern scored first. All the scoring coming in the first quarter. Iroquois scored late in the first quarter to tie it. And Tom, that's all the scoring we've seen. A lot of penalties.
Yeah.
And a lot of really good defense, especially from the front fours, getting pressure on opposing quarterbacks.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what you've seen. You couldn't have summed it up any better than that. It really is right now who's going to make the changes and the adjustments right now necessary to get your quarterback some more time or holes to open up that running game to be able to help your quarterback throw the ball too.
Well, it'll be interesting. Both quarterbacks have been pretty impressive, either running or throwing in a little bit of both. But really, it's the game to me has been a little bit more about not so much the penalties, but the defenses. And they've had pressure on those quarterbacks.
Well, but remember too, we talked about this as far as what happens with a team when you're 1st and 10, and then you've got to go 2nd and 20, right, or 3rd and 15. You're giving away what you're going to have to do. It's going to be a pass play.
Right.
So you've got to stop putting yourselves in those predicaments where you're giving away what you're going to do as far as what's going to be and what you're going to do as far as the defense is concerned.
Right. All right, so we're getting set for the second half.
We got a couple scores we can give everybody as an update, too. So Eden right now is leading Tonawanda 20-10. And it looks like Akron leads 26-6 at the half over Chautauqua Lake. Travis Fry with a 97-yard pick six.
Is that Brandon Fry's younger brother?
No.
No relation?
Nope. Because, well, I mean, I don't know if there's a relation, but Fry is Akron. And remember, the Fry was Medina there. So.
Right, he graduated. To play baseball at Toledo. See, I finally remembered. You only told me about 40 times.
Listen, I can't wait to see what Fry does because he's going to be something special. Leadoff batter, just does some great things on the baseball field. But when you've got the athletic ability that he has, you're truly talking about he's going to take it to the baseball field. And I really do expect we're going to hear great things from him.
Iroquois will kick it off. Arkadipani will kick off. Panis is the deep man. And we're just about set for the second half to start.
I think one of the biggest games you heard today, how about St. Mary's with a 30-16 win over St. Joe's?
Wow, really? Well, and there's the kickoff. Panis on the far side will field it at about his 15-yard line at the 20, at the 25. Breaks a tackle, stays on his feet, is out close to the 40-yard line. Good return by Panis. It'll be 1st and 10 for Southwestern. So Southwestern, 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line. And interestingly enough, Southwestern's best possession of the game was their first possession of the game offensively.
But remember, they also had it at their own 40-yard line, right?
That's true, yes. I think they took over at the Iroquois 32.
I'm sorry, the Iroquois 40-yard line is exactly where they were.
So 1st and 10 for Southwestern. Kennedy at quarterback. And the first play, he's going to roll to the left, tries to spin around and come back the other way, but he had nowhere to go and slips down. So no gain and maybe a loss of a yard on the play, 2nd down.
You know, being that you're seeing the Iroquois team get some great penetration here by the defensive line, I'm actually surprised we're not seeing a little more rollouts from Kennedy, especially because he does so well on the run. Do you roll him out to try to make those passes so you can get and to try to avoid that rush somewhat?
Well, now this time he goes under center. And we'll hand it off to the second back. And being stacked up by the defense for very little gain, maybe a yard or two. And that'll be 3rd down coming up here.
I got to tell you, I know they just announced 21, Berry as the tackle, but I saw more in there. I saw number 50 that we've been calling his name all day right in there on that tackle as far as right at the legs right there.
So 3rd down and 7 for Southwestern here. First possession of the second half.
We've been calling, Mercurio's name all day today on the defensive side.
Knee and wall split to the near side, nearest to us. And now Kennedy back to pass, gets some pressure, gets away from it, backpedals, tries to get away from the pressure. He gets the throw off, and it's intercepted, picked off by Iroquois. Intercepted, and it'll be 1st down, Iroquois.
So Trabuco is the one who intercepts it right there, but who causes the interception? We can't say it enough. He does it again. Mercurio is the one who knocks down Kennedy right there to cause that interception. He has been an absolute havoc on the defense right now, what he's doing from that defensive end spot.
So as much as Butera is a Connolly Cup candidate for the opening week, on the defensive side, maybe Mercurio. Yeah, although it's usually an offensive award.
Yep.
I think it's always an offensive award, but Denny Cerro might argue with me because he likes to argue.
See, now he's going to text us here in a little bit because you said that.
I know. First and 10 for Iroquois at the Southwestern 36-yard line after the interception. There's a handoff and getting some running room and finally being spun around is Remy Sullivan, number 8. Good run there. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Was that 8 or was that 6?
Oh, you're
was
right.
That,
it could have been 8.
Yeah, I think it was.
It had to be McAnulty.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought I confused my numbers. See, Tom, there I go with the eyesight.
But a great cut right there as he makes something out of nothing right there. A great cut and turns it into a real positive gain right there.
2nd and 4 from the 30 for Iroquois. Now, Kleitz throws to the near side. It's caught. And staying on his feet and staying down the sideline and getting a good gain is Trevor Berry. And he's got an Iroquois first down.
What I've been most impressed about Berry so far today is when you see with Berry, right? It's yards after first contact, right? When he gets hit, he will keep gaining yards. He keeps those legs moving. He takes the hit, delivers a hit, and keeps on going.
First and 10 from the 20-yard line for the Chiefs as they look to take their first lead of the night. Kleitz out of the shotgun, hands it off and running hard, but not going very far that time is McAnulty.
Tackled by number 14, Max Marshall.
Max Marshall on the tackle there for Southwestern. 9:15 to play in the third quarter, tied at 7, but Iroquois is driving and threatening.
And we saw the end of the first half. What did we see a little bit more of? We saw Kleitz run the ball, right, was a quarterback keeper. You wonder if we're going to see a little bit more of that here in the second half.
Kleitz throws to the far side, caught, and McNulty, Trevor Berry on the catch there. And that'll bring up 3rd down. So it'll be 3rd and 4 from the 19-yard line.
3rd and 4 for the Chiefs.
From the 14-yard line. Iroquois kind of using the short passing game here. Now Kleitz alone in the backfield in the shotgun. 3 split wide to the right, 2 to the left. Kleitz throws incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down intended for Trevor Berry, and that'll bring up 4th and 4 from the 14-yard line.
Remember, on their 1 touchdown play, that was a 4th down play right there. So they are not afraid to go for this on 4th down and try to make something happen.
And that play was a lot longer than 4th and 4.
A lot longer. It went 38 yards.
And it was like, what, 4th
or 32
and 4?
yards. I apologize. 32 yards, yeah. It was about 4th and 4. Yeah, about that, yeah.
So here we go, 4th and 4 from the 14 for Iroquois. They look to take their first lead of the game. Going to the end zone, 2 hour left. Kleitz back to pass. He throws. It is caught. And running into the end zone for the Iroquois touchdown is Nate Mcgoldrick. His 2nd touchdown catch of the day. And Iroquois for the 2nd time turns a 4th and long into a touchdown. 13-7 Iroquois with 7:59 to play in the third quarter.
Remember that drop pass earlier? Kleitz goes out to him and says, "You're going to pick me up later, right?" Here it is, and he absolutely does that. Comes up big. That talks about to that leadership again right there. But here he comes. He comes up big now twice. 4th down, breaks tackles to be able to go in for a touchdown, does twice on 4th down.
Arkadipani to try to add the extra point. There's the snap, the kick, it's up, and it's good. And Iroquois takes a 14-7 lead with 7:59 to play in the third quarter. And that too was an impressive drive by the Chiefs. No laundry that time.
Nope. But Mcgoldrick, how about that, right? A 2nd time he gets the 4th down. His number is called 4th down. breaks a tackle right at about the point the first down is, right? And then takes it in for a touchdown. Give Mcgoldrick huge credit. That's twice now. He comes up big.
Well, we'll mention it again. That'll throw him into the Connolly Cup conversation.
Listen, 2 touchdowns is big right there, right?
On fourth, both on fourth
and
down.
both on fourth down, and you're doing it against a top team here in Western New York.
Right, and this is a C and a B matchup. And Southwestern's always been a C powerhouse.
They're the C, yep, they're the C, and UB is Iroquois right now. But you're still talking about, right, a huge opportunity for both teams to still have a statement game as their first game.
So now Iroquois will kick it off. Hannes will go back deep. He'll be back at about his own 10-yard line. Arkadapani set to kick it off for Iroquois. 7:59 to play, third quarter, 14-7 Iroquois.
But I'll tell you this, we talked about changes need to be made, right? What changes were you going to make at halftime? Did you see Kleitz have a lot of time to make his throws? Guess what? Changes were made right there. Your offensive line comes up big, gives Kleitz time, and then he does exactly what you needed him to do.
There's the kick. Hannes goes back, takes it in at his own 10, slips, now rights himself. Stutter steps at the 20 and is stopped at about the 24-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for, they're going to call it the 25-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Southwestern. And we'll see if, as Tom has mentioned, we'll see if Southwestern can adjust to whatever Iroquois did now. Now it's on the Trojans to figure something out here. Beautiful night for football, baseball, barbecue, whatever you want to do tonight. A lot of football happening around the country. Big weekend of college football. Notre Dame plays tomorrow night. Alabama in action today. And a Thursday, the NFL season kicks off. The Bills are home a week from Sunday against the Steelers. We got a lot of whistles and a timeout taken by Iroquois.
Called by Iroquois.
Yeah.
Let's do the scores from earlier. Right, so we have scores coming in from Franklinville, Ellicottville, 28, Lackawanna, 18. CSP wins 28-7 over Cassadaga Valley Falconer Maple Grove team. So they win 28-7. We talked about St. Mary's winning 30-16 over St. Joe's. Bennett wins 16-0 over Western New York Maritime Health Sciences. Depew comes back with a 20-14 win over Newfane. Cleve Hill holds on as they had a 20-0 lead over Maryville and wins 20-19.
Wow.
Lancaster comes up big against Lockport as they win 48-12 against Lockport. And then Star Point goes up division, takes on AA Hutch Tech as Star Point wins 20-14 over Hutch Tech.
Wow, that's a big day of games. I heard that 20-19 score. That's a big score in these parts.
The Cleve Hill Maryville game.
20-19. And you should know, you're a Giants guy. Come on, Tom.
See, but I don't dwell on that because I was on the 20 side.
Yeah, you got me there. I deserve that. Hey, I guess Saquon Barkley is healthy, yeah?
They say he could be playing game 1.
Well, I hope so. His career's been hurt badly by injuries. You never want to see that. So here we go. 1st and 10, Southwestern at the 25-yard line. Their own 25. They're down 14-7 now. Here in the third quarter. Aidan Kennedy will try to answer his buddy Trey Kleitz's touchdown. And here's Kennedy back to pass. He throws on the far side. And what a incomplete. Well, I thought for a second that was a fabulous catch, but he couldn't bring it in on the far side.
He threw that perfectly right there, Kennedy.
He?
And Panis literally, it looks like he had it. When he brought it down as he was coming down, it looks like that's where it came out. But I'll tell you, what a pass right there by Kennedy. That shows exactly why he's one of the top quarterbacks in the area.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 25. Neither team has had a great deal of success running the football. Iroquois' touchdowns have both come on 4th down plays that were pass plays and great plays by Mcgoldrick on the receiving end. And speaking of that, there's a running play go right up the middle and a good gain short of a 1st down.
That's a good run right there, right behind his blockers on that one. Yes. But remember in the first half, how about that run by Panis? Also had a great run right there. We're starting to see a couple holes opening up. The adjustments are being made.
Walsh on that run, and now it's 3rd and 1. And here goes Walsh. He's got the first down and then some. And he's out to about the 43-yard line. Thought for a moment the ball might have come out. Iroquois says they have it. Let's see. Waiting for the man in the white hat, Colpoys, to make a decision. That ball may have come out at the end of the play. Iroquois believes they have it.
They're talking it over right now, the refs.
Yeah, I see the man in the white hat. We'll keep an eye on him. See which way he points. Now he's going to say Southwestern kept it. So it's a first down for Southwestern.
Or not that he kept it, that he was down is what they were saying. Berry, it looked like, was on the tackle on that one, and he may have been down when the ball came out. Tough to see from this angle because it's kind of was a pack that went in there for the tackle, but I would say I think they called them down by contact.
So it's 1st and 10 from the Southwestern 44 as the Trojans keep the drive alive. Jason Nee comes out to the near side. Gaglio has one on. Well, the ball is loose in the backfield. Kennedy picks it up and tries to keep it going forward, but he's shoved backward on the far side. And Mcgoldrick, there's that name again, on the tackle. So he's one of those guys going both ways. He has a big play there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. We'll see where they spot it to see what kind of loss was on the play. That ball bounced again. Kennedy was able to pick it up off the turf. Loss of a yard, so it's 2nd and 11. So Kennedy saving total disaster there. Tried to turn the corner, couldn't quite do that. Took a big hit. Now it'll be 2nd and 11. Walsh and Nee come to the near side. 3 on the right side, 2 on the top of the screen. Call that the left side. Here's Kennedy. He throws. That one's caught. And getting a first down. Oh, he might have been stopped just short of the first down.
Oh, they're going to give it to him. They're already pointing. They gave it to him.
Ashton Matthews with the good catch and run for a first down. And now Southwestern is moving the ball as the clock ticks at 5:45 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Iroquois up 14-7.
Boy, both teams making some great adjustments, right? Their quarterbacks are getting time. You're seeing them move the ball more. This is definitely a tale of 2 different halves for both teams.
And there's a handoff straight up the middle, and barreling forward for a good 6 or 7 yards is Edwin Gibbon.
Whistle down at the 39-yard line.
So he takes it all the way down to the 39-yard line of Iroquois. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Some good hard running there by the big man. Trevor Berry on the tackle.
Stu, why don't we, when we have a break, either a change of downs, a score, whatever it is, we'll run through the scores for everybody from yesterday, and they can get a feel of exactly where we stand for the entire day then.
All right, we can.
Or the entire weekend.
How about we do it whenever this drive ends, however it ends.
Yep.
2nd and 4 from the 39 for Southwestern. Trojans trying to tie this one up. And play action pass. Kennedy's got time to throw, got a lot of time. Now he's starting to run out of time. He throws to the near side, and it's dropped. Incomplete. Nee couldn't hang on to that one. Kennedy dropped back, wanted to throw it deep downfield. Coverage was good, so he just kind of hung on to it, ran to the right, found Nee, but Nee couldn't hang on to that one, and it's an incomplete pass and brings up 3rd and 4 from the 39 for Southwestern.
But I'm still looking at that, and look at the time
Yes,
he
he
had
did.
for Kennedy, right? That's an adjustment right there. You can see absolutely what they're doing to try to give their quarterback more time.
3rd and 4. You hear the crowd chanting, "Let's go defense." And Kennedy wants to keep it himself. And looks like he's got a first down and a little bit more on the keeper.
Nice second effort right there. Breaks the tackle and then gets the second effort first down.
1st and 10 for Southwestern as the drive stays alive at the Iroquois 32-yard line.
Stu, Akron strikes again as they now take a 33-6 lead over Chautauqua Lake. The end of the 3rd quarter, Pioneer leads 16-6 over Ken West.
First and 10 here for Southwestern at the Iroquois 32-yard line. Kennedy alone in the backfield. Back to pass. He's got time. Now he gets pressure. Now he goes to the far side, tries to run down the sideline and runs out of bounds.
By number 5, Nate Mcgoldrick.
Mcgoldrick runs him out of bounds. That'll bring up second down.
But still, that was something that could have been a loss right there. He turns it into a positive using his legs. No doubt Kennedy can run with the ball, but you've got to have that understanding that he will release it on that run, and you've got to be prepared for a throw in the run.
So second down and 8 from the 30-yard line of Iroquois for Southwestern. Iroquois leads this one 14-7, scoring here in the third quarter. And Kennedy will hand that one off to the big man, and barreling forward is Walsh for a first down. He's a young man who's tough to bring down. He's a big young man. And you'd better hit him hard, high and low at the same time to bring him down. First down there, good run.
And he's been a big difference in the run game so far here in the second half. He looks like he's injured. Again, you wonder if it's some sort of cramping here. But he's needs some help getting off the field right here. He's going to go down to the ground.
Yeah, hopefully he's okay. No, you just don't want to see that. Now both teams will head over to their respective benches. And I'll tell you what, Tom, you want to get those scores in from yesterday now?
Great point to do that, yeah. So let's go through them. Well, Will North wins 34-28 over Will East. Clarence wins big over North Tonawanda 63-12. We talked about this. McKinley wins 14-0 over Niagara Falls. Jamestown beats Orchard Park 38-27. Grand Island comes up big with a 34-0 win over Cheektowaga. We know Dunkirk couldn't field a team. It looks like due to COVID was the reason for it. So they forfeit their game against Ken East. You've got Sweet Home wins 28-21 over Amherst. Frontier wins 34-6 over Will South.
Frontier over Will South?
Yep. West Seneca West wins 53-34 over South Park. Burgard with a last opportunity to win the game as they win 22-21 over East Aurora. Wilson wins 13-7 over Newport. West Seneca East wins big 63-12 over Lakeshore. Medina wins big 54-6 over Timon. Randolph wins big as they win 47-0 over JFK. Allegheny Limestone wins 20-12 over Cattaraugus Little Valley. Portville wins 28-6 over Gowanda. Salamanca wins 36-8 over Springville. And then St. Francis goes to the Carrier Dome to take on Liverpool of the Syracuse area, and they win 44-13 over Liverpool. So those were your Friday games right there.
I would imagine it's always a thrill for the kids to play, whether it's at the stadium here, Highmark Stadium, or at the Carrier Dome. Either way. Or even at UB if they ever get the opportunity to play there, which they used to in the Far West Regionals, but that's another story. There's a round of applause for Walsh.
The only thing I will say is, listen, you know, I'm a huge UB fan. I love watching them. I do, but when you talk about from the high school experience in a game, you just feel like you're a mile away from the sideline as far as the high school experience, you know. I do hope eventually that's something that UB looks at. Just from that distance between sidelines and stairs, yeah. I just think it's so far away, and it takes away from that experience.
First and 10, Southwestern. We're just about ready to resume play. They are at the Iroquois 22-yard line trying to tie this one up as they trail 14-7. Hopefully Walsh will come back into the game. Hopefully he'll be okay. And Kennedy looks to pass, throws deep down the near side, and it is incomplete. Just a little bit overthrown, intended for Miller, but the play does not connect. Gaglia on the coverage, and we'll call it 2nd and 10 now.
A lot of pushing after plays. I got to watch that, guys. You've already seen it get called. You don't want to see that extracurricular activity come into play and cost you the game in such a close game right here.
Well, it was a costly penalty that Southwestern took.
Again, it could be right now a 14-10 game right now.
2nd down and 10. Here's Kennedy. He wants to run it himself. Cuts inside, still on his feet. He's got some running room. Cuts to the near side, and he is in for the touchdown. Aidan Kennedy takes it himself, and it's a 14-13 game. No flags on the field. We've got a 1-point game. A 22-yard touchdown run to bring Southwestern within a point of the homestanding Chiefs.
Kennedy says, Walsh, I'll pick you up from the running back perspective. And what does he do? He takes it in and runs it in himself.
And now, unfortunately, looks like we have another player down on the field.
That's an Iroquois player.
A Chiefs player at about the 20-yard line. I can't see what number, and hopefully he's okay, too. Great run by Kennedy.
He did. He looked like a running back on that one. He really did, the way he was making cuts and moves as he's going through the defense right there.
I mean, he started left, came all the way back to the right.
Yeah, he really saw some openings and took advantage of it.
He did.
Saw the field real well right there. But we're going to need that extra point right now. This is where special teams are going to come in big as you've got such a tight game right here. We got another score update as Alden has come back against Silver Creek and has taken a 12-8 lead over Silver Creek.
So we've got some interesting games this weekend already, and of course Western New York Athletics will have high school football for you all year long. And as we get into I imagine we're going to do some other stuff too, maybe some soccer.
Yep, we've already put out a volleyball game. You'll see some soccer, you'll see some of the other sports. I think we were just trying to get all our bearings and our cameras and everything together right now to kick it off, but expect to see more sports out there, no doubt about it. I got to make Russ busy with his camera, you know that.
We got to keep Frank occupied too, because Frank Wolf is a troublemaker. I've mentioned that before. So, got to keep him occupied.
I always say that, right? I always say, listen. If we got Frank doing stuff, we're in good shape, right? Listen, Frank, we couldn't do this without you, buddy. I know we're joking and we're playing with you, but Western New York Athletics doesn't happen without you.
That is so true, and that's why we do it, Frank, because we care about you and we think the world of you, and we're grateful for all the opportunities. And now the Chiefs player gets up and begins walking toward the sideline. Mcgoldrick, yeah. And he's walking back on his own toward the Chiefs sideline. So that's good to see.
You need him, period. He's been playing a fantastic game, and he needs to be on the field.
So Southwestern will try to tie it up. Hoos will come on to try the extra point. 3:17 to play here in the third quarter. Iroquois leading this one 14-13. Great 22-yard touchdown run by Aidan Kennedy, the Southwestern quarterback. And the kick is up, and it is good. And we're all tied at 14 with 3:17 to play here in the third quarter. So
you're getting the feel that this game, first quarter was about the defense.
Yeah.
And boy, I'm getting the feel that this second half is going to be about the offense. Both offenses moved the ball, gave their quarterbacks time. I love the adjustments that both teams have made, right? They've made adjustments to make sure their quarterbacks, their stars, have time to do things. And oh, by the way, they're finding running games in here at the same time too, right?
Yes.
As Walsh has run the ball real well, as we just saw a great touchdown there, running the ball by Kennedy. We've seen the same thing on the flip side, right? Berry run the ball real well. We've also seen McNulty run the ball real well, right? They're starting to run the ball, starting to open it up. And the minute you start opening up that run game, you're going to open up those passing lanes, and eventually that's going to be right there for you also.
And each team has a quarterback who can do that.
And do it big time, right? And do it quickly. That's the other thing, is this is where time really can become that both teams can strike very quick. It doesn't matter what that time is on the clock.
McElty and Mariacker back deep to receive the kickoff from Hoos.
We have a score at Ken West. As Ken West has scored, it's now Pioneer 16-14 over Ken West with 8 minutes left in the game.
It kind of sounds a little bit like this game. Maybe the scoring opening up there, too.
Yeah, a little bit. They're farther ahead, though. They seem to be really moving. I don't know if it's a 6 o'clock start or was a 7 o'clock start, you know.
I got you. I got you. We're all tied up at 14. Southwestern has just tied it. Hooks puts his foot into the ball, and it hits one of the up men at the 30, and it's picked up by the Iroquois player and getting knocked down to the ground eventually is Pete Gaglio. And it'll be 1st and 10 Iroquois at their own 35-yard line.
Did you hear what happened in the Jamestown Orchard Park game, how that changed? So it was like this. It was this back and forth thing like this goes, right? And Jamestown's got a kicker that's a lineman, 52. And he comes up and boots one as hard as he can. And literally goes the guys that were the front line right in the middle, hits off the guy, bounces right back to the Jamestown guy. But those linemen, man, we're seeing they're kicking more and more. When they get a leg into it, watch out.
It sounds like one of those plays you couldn't imagine in 30-some years. Oh, the ball's on the ground, and I think Southwestern got it.
It does.
They do. Lack of Kleitz and whoever that was, maybe a lack of communication, but something happened. The ball was on the ground, and Southwestern gets the ball.
Max Marshall's the one who came up with that. Number 14 comes up big right there.
Well, it looked like Kleitz, and I think that might have been McAnulty. Little lack of communication there. As McAnulty maybe expected the handoff and Kleitz was faking. Something happened there, and the ball was on the ground, and Southwestern gets a huge break. It's 1st and 10 at the Iroquois 30-yard line after the fumble recovery for Southwestern. Southwestern has just scored to tie the game, and we'll see what the Trojans can do here. 14 all with 2:55 to play here in the third quarter. Aidan Kennedy with a huge 22-yard touchdown run. And Kennedy back to pass. He throws, caught, nice catch by Knee. He caught it at about his knees, turned and ran for another yard or two, and it'll be 2nd down.
You've been waiting to say that today, didn't you?
No, it's going to be a 1st down. I never thought of that, but you're right. It's a 1st down. Yeah, Knee caught it at the knees, right? Yeah, my bad. It's 1st down. They got a 1st down at the 20-yard line. I wish I did think of that. 1st and 10 now for Southwestern. The Iroquois defense given a tough assignment. Here's Kennedy. He's going to run it again. Kennedy up the middle, squirts through there. He's got a 1st down. He's inside the 10-yard line, down to about the 6-yard line. Aidan Kennedy with a good run. It'll be 1st and goal for Southwestern as they try to retake the lead.
Look like they've added a running back here in the second half, right, with Kennedy the way he's been running the ball.
Yes, you're right about that. 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. And, you know, the way Kennedy's been running it, I wouldn't be surprised to see him run it again here. Edwin Gibbon.
Yeah, I think that's where this is going to go to. I agree with you on that one.
Back in the backfield. And he throws it, and it is caught for the touchdown. Kennedy threw it. I think that might have been Gibbon who caught it.
No, Gibbon stayed back.
All right, well.
Whoever it is down, too.
That will give Southwestern the lead, 20-14, and I did not see who caught it. There were a crowd of players there. That could be Knee. No, there's number 1 right there, so it's not Knee. And now whoever it is slowly trying to get up.
Is it Walsh?
Might be.
Or is it 3?
That would be Matthews.
Yeah, I think it may be Matthews.
All the officials are standing around the player along with.
Yeah, Walsh is over here. I think it's 3 Matthews.
Quick play there. Kennedy got the ball, fired a strike for the touchdown on 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. And looks like he's getting a little bit of help. Can we see a number yet? I cannot.
Yeah,
it is number 3. Good eye, Tom. So Ashton Matthews is walking off slowly, but he seems to be okay. So hopefully he'll be back in the game too. And now Southwestern will try to add the point after and take the lead for the first time since early in the first quarter.
It's funny, he caught that and kind of wrapped up like it forward. You wonder if it was something to his neck area. That's why he had to lay down a little
Somebody
bit.
fell on him.
Yeah,
when
I think the way it was the defense came on him.
Yeah. Well, Hoos will try to give Southwestern the lead. Panis is the holder. And the kick is up. And it is good. And with 1:46 to play here in the third quarter, it is Southwestern 21 and Iroquois 14. So Iroquois pays dearly for the fumble as Southwestern takes advantage of the turnover.
But the theme stays from the first half, right? Teams are capitalizing on the mistakes and scoring when they're capitalizing.
Well, 2 of Southwestern's 3 touchdowns, they had fabulous field position.
Yep.
On the 30-yard line after the fumble and after the stop on the first drive. I think they started at what, the 32 or 40-yard line?
It was a 40-yard line
40-yard
for Iroquois, yep.
So now we'll see as Southwestern will kick it off to Iroquois, and the Chiefs will try to answer. A very costly fumble, and we'll see how the Chiefs offense responds this time as they get the ball. Opening weekend of high school football here in Western New York. McAnulty and Mariacker back deep for Iroquois. Trevor Berry also there. Hoos will kick it off. We haven't seen Mariacker get a chance to return one yet.
No, I think
Might be
they
a reason
know
for that.
And they know his speed, right? I think they're keeping the ball away from him.
That's why I said it.
When you know you've got somebody who's been on the national stage running and doing what he can do, I'm sure you're keeping the ball away from him.
And the kick.
An onside kick.
Well, on the ground, picked up by Iroquois. I think Iroquois has it. Maybe the ball is loose. There's a big scramble. We'll see what the officials say.
I think that was touched first by a Southwestern player because you saw it switch directions.
We'll see what the officials have to say about that.
Yeah, I think they're going to move it up because that's where the Southwestern player touched it.
It looks like it's going to be Iroquois ball, and they're going to have great field position. Well, the Chiefs will get, let's see. Iroquois will have the ball inside Southwestern territory.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to take it off at the 48-yard line right here.
That must have been where the ball was touched.
Yep.
So 1st and 10, Iroquois. So the Chiefs get a huge break off a Southwestern mistake, and they'll see if they can take advantage of it.
Yeah, it was touched early. You saw it hit the guy's foot, right, and then just went straight ahead is where it did because it was going towards the sideline, and you saw it then turn and go straight towards the end zone.
Took a very odd bounce or spin, whatever you want to call it. Here's Kleitz, back to pass, throws to the near side. It's caught by Berry, and he goes down the near sideline and is finally shoved out of bounds. Trevor Berry with the catch and run, and there's a flag at about the 42-yard line. Let's see what this one's going to be.
Yeah, that's going to be a hold right there as they were trying to open up. They're saying they're holding.
Yep, holding against Iroquois, so that one's coming back.
Coach Bonaquisti right there, not happy about that one.
And so Iroquois with that fabulous field position of the Southwestern 48-yard line, looks like they took advantage of it. Instead, they're called for holding. And that'll back it up. It'll still be first down.
Okay, here's the difference we talked about in the first half and the second half, right? See where the ball is? They do it from the spot of the foul right there, right? On the pass. That other one was a run, which is why it was right from the line of scrimmage.
1st and 10 from their own 49, 1st and 14 from their own 49-yard line. Now Kleitz back to pass again. He's in trouble. He's chased. He gets away. He throws, and it is caught by Berry, but I think he's out of bounds. He is out of bounds, and the pass is incomplete. So it'll be 2nd down and 14.
We got 2 scores for you.
Okay.
So Akron, another touchdown for them as they take a 39-6 lead over Chautauqua Lake. And touchdown Alden as Alden's got an 18-8 lead over Silver Creek.
2nd and 14 for the Chiefs at their own 49-yard line. Kleitz hands it off to McAnulty, and he gets a yard or 2 maybe at the most.
McAnulty with the carry.
It'll be 3rd and 13 after the 1-yard gain.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
We're less than a minute to play in the 3rd quarter. Big 3rd down here for Trey Kleitz and the Iroquois Chiefs. So far, they really haven't tried to throw the ball to Mariacker. .30 seconds to go in the quarter. Kleitz back to pass, throws on the far side. It's caught by Berry, spins away from one tackler, and he's still on his feet. Gets knocked out of bounds. The first down marker dropped, and we'll see where they spot it and see if they give him a first down.
Now it looks like it's going to be about 2 yards short is what it looks like.
That'll bring up a 4th down.
This is right about where that 4th down play was, right, that they went for. I think they're going for this.
I'm sure 4th and 2 from the 38-yard line for Iroquois.
So Berry, again, yards after contact, does it again right there. Look at that. I'm looking at either this as Kleitz keeping this, or you're going to talk about a quick out again.
If they can find Mcgoldrick, who's got 2 touchdowns. But I'm going to go with
On
the
4th
Kleitz
down,
keeper.
right?
Yeah, well, Kleitz back to pass. Rolls to the right. He throws, and it's caught by Berry, and he's got a first down. He's still on his feet. Down to about the 20-yard line. Trevor Berry with a great catch and run on 4th down. And it's 1st and 10 Iroquois from the Southwestern 25-yard line.
Berry taking over where his brother left off, right? And he's doing it. And what you've been most impressed about him is every time he gets hit, he keeps those legs moving, he keeps everything going, and he makes something happen every single time.
Well, that's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Southwestern 21, Iroquois 14. We'll be back with the 4th quarter after this short break.
I love being home.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
I love being home.
Are you in pain from a no-fault car accident? Don't wait. Call RES Physical Medicine and Rehab today and take advantage of our 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. One of our medical professionals will see you within 48 hours. RES offers DXD imaging for a more accurate diagnosis in less time. This allows our doctors to coordinate the most effective treatment plan to get you on your way to recovery faster. Feel better with RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. Click or call today to learn more.
Stu Boyer and Tom Prince back at Iroquois. The Chiefs trailing this one 21-14 as we start the 4th quarter. They have a 1st and 10 from the Southwestern 25-yard line. And the teams have changed ends, and we're ready to start the 4th quarter. Kleitz. There's the handoff, and Berry is going to be, wow. He tried to break a whole bunch of tackles. He got stood up by 3 or 4 guys, spun around, nearly broke a tackle, but was thrown back, and I don't think there's a gain, maybe a short loss on the play.
No, but Paul Hayes hung on to that leg. He wasn't letting it go for nothing. Paul Hayes comes up big right there.
He was like a dog with a bone. A loss of 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 12 from the 27-yard line for Iroquois.
We've got a scoring update coming from Ken West as Pioneer leads 22-14 over Ken West with 3:09 left in the game.
Kleitz back to pass. He's in trouble, and down he goes. Back at the Iroquois 38-yard line. Big play there, number 51.
Hayes again.
Paul Hayes.
Hayes, instead of holding on the leg, says, I'm going after all of it this one. So
and he got it, too.
He did.
So it'll bring up 3rd and 20 all the way back at the 36-yard line. Kleitz really had no chance on that one. He dropped back to pass, and Hayes was all over him.
That's one of the first times really in the second half we've seen him not have any time to throw the ball right there.
10.5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. The Iroquois down by 7, 21-14 to Southwestern. Kleitz, empty backfield. 2 split to the near side, 3 at the top of your screen. Back to pass. Back to pass. He's in trouble. He's being chased. He throws, and it's incomplete. Intended for Berry. Not Berry, excuse me. That's Trabuco. Trabuco never had a chance of catching that. Kleitz was on the run, under pressure, got away a little bit from pressure, tried to find Trabuco, but the ball was short of the wide receiver who had no chance. And that'll bring up 4th and 20 from the 36-yard line. I always wonder at times like this, do you think Kleitz can't wait for the basketball season with all the bodies he's seeing throwing him around?
I don't know. I think he loves both seasons. He really does. And it's going to be a very tough decision because he is such a high star in both sports. He really is.
And it's very difficult to have to give up a sport.
Yes. Especially because all your life you've been saying is three sport, right?
And the pass is incomplete. Intended for Trabuco, and it'll be a turnover on downs. And Southwestern will take over at their own 36-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10. The Trojans with a 21-14 lead.
The end of the third, Fredonia leads Olean 14-13 in a close one there. We were saying watch out for Fredonia this year. They bring back that quarterback, right? Whitfield doing a great job. Talking about a 6'5" quarterback with a gun and can run the ball. We knew Fredonia was going to be a good team.
Is Fredonia's field still in the valley there?
Yeah, the Orange Bowl. It's exactly it. I'm going to tell you, one of the best entrances in all of Western New York is right there.
So Kennedy will fake the handoff, roll to the right, stops, wants to throw it, and he's brought down. Big play by the Chiefs. Matthew Mercurio once again in on that sack. And, well, that will run the clock a little bit as now the clock begins to become a factor. 9:45 and counting. Southwestern has the ball and the lead. Loss of 6 on the play. 2nd and 16 from their own 30-yard line.
You could call him the defensive MVP for Iroquois today. He has just been all over the place.
So now Kennedy under center. And it's a pitch, and coming to the near side is Panis. He's got some running room, takes a big wallop at about the 36 or 37-yard line. And he'll get some of the yardage back. It'll make it 3rd down.
But a manageable one, right? You were out of it now. Now you've got a chance to at least have it within 10 yards. So 3rd and 9 and an opportunity to hopefully try to get a 1st down right here. But you're definitely not in 4th down range, so you've got to convert this to be able to stop the ball going back to Iroquois.
You want to eat that clock. So 3rd and 9. Now Kennedy's back in the shotgun. And he looks to throw, back to pass, rolls to the right, gets away from one defender. He throws, and it is caught near midfield. Great catch. Took it off the ground, Panis did, and that's a 1st down. Great move by Kennedy to avoid the rush. It looked like he was dead to rights 2 or 3 times, and he got away from it, and Panis makes a great catch for the 1st down.
I was shocked there wasn't a hold actually called on that one. If you saw right there, the defensive guy got thrown to the ground. I was actually shocked there wasn't a hold because it was right in front of the ref too.
1st and 10 from the Southwestern at the Iroquois 49-yard line. And now Kennedy will keep it himself. And he can run, and he's got a few yards there, and he'll take it to about the 42 or 43-yard line, where it'll be second down. And maybe 2 or 3, they'll call it 2nd and 4.
But I'll tell you this, I don't want to take away in that last one, whether it was or wasn't. Panis makes an incredible play as he lays out to come back and get that ball, make something happen right there. Give Panis, he comes up. He's had some big plays here offensively for Southwestern, but he really does a good job of laying out for that one.
And it keeps the drive alive, and it keeps the clock ticking. 7:28 and counting. 2nd and 4 from the 43. And this is Kennedy again, and he's got a first down. He'll take it down to about the 35-yard line. No flags on the play, so the clock will continue to run. Well, it stops on the first down, but won't stop long. 1st and 10 from the 35. So now what you'll see is you'll most likely see Southwestern, as long as they have the ball in the lead, they'll take all the time they can in the huddle.
Georgia scores on a 74-yard pick six to take a 7-0 lead at halftime over Clemson.
Ooh.
That's probably the big game of the day right there, 7-0.
1st and 10 at the 35 for Southwestern. They lead 21-14, 6:40 to play, 4th quarter. Kennedy's going to keep it again, and he'll barrel forward. Some good hard running there. He's not going to get too much, but he got about maybe 2 or 3 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down.
But the clock keeps ticking, right? The clock is in the favor right now of Southwestern, and that's what they're doing, is saying, hey, listen, I got a guy who is going to protect the ball, can run the ball, can break any time, a big yard run. So keep doing what we're doing right now until you stop it.
2nd and 7 from the 32 for Southwestern. Iroquois in the red jerseys, white pants, white helmets. Southwestern, white shirts, dark pants, dark helmets. And Southwestern leading 21-14, 5:55 to play, 4th quarter. 2nd and 7 from the 32. Kennedy, the quarterback, goes under center. And he will hand it off to Nee. And he's thrown back, hit hard just about at the line of scrimmage. I don't think he gained anything on that one. It'll be 3rd and 7.
And you would think you're probably in 4th down range here, right? That you would go for it where you're not necessarily worried about the field position right there. You're more worried about taking time off the clock.
Or they do have a kicker, so if they get into range.
Yeah, they may try to go for something. You're right. I mean, they did it here before, and he had the distance. It was just wide left.
They gained 2 on that last play, so it's 3rd and 5 from the 30-yard line. Kennedy fakes the handoff, rolls to the right. He throws off the intended receiver's fingers. Nee can't hang on to that one, and it'll bring up 4th down. Iroquois gets a break. The clock stops because he was wide open, had to bring that one in, and he couldn't do it.
And that's that rollout I talk about, right, where he's so effective on the run, does a great job of rolling out, finding his man off his hands, gave him the opportunity to try to catch it. But the only thing about that was with a drop ball right there, or missed ball, you now stop the clock, so you now have got 5:01 left inside this game.
4th and 5 from the 30. Well, let's see what's happened here. We know a couple of touchdowns have been scored on 4th down plays. They're going to go for it. I don't think was ever really in doubt. 5:01 showing on the clock. This is Kennedy. This is a keeper. And he barrels forward, and I don't think he got it. I think Iroquois has stopped him. Let's see. Well, Iroquois thinks they got it, and I'm still waiting for Mr. Colpoys to make a signal.
Yeah, I think
it looks like they already did.
Just going to do it for us, right?
Yeah, the Iroquois with the big stop there. And the Chiefs will take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line, trailing 21-14. Good defensive stand there by the Chiefs, and now we'll see what their offense can do. Kleitz back to pass, throws on the far side, and it is caught. Berry on the catch on the far side, and he's shoved back. after the catch.
Forward progress to the 40-yard line.
And that'll give him about a 13-yard gain, and it'll be 1st and 10 at the 40.
Great catch right there by Berry, and great throw by Kleitz as he just gets it past the defender right there for that first down.
4.5 to play, fourth quarter, 21-14 Southwestern. Iroquois trying to tie it up. Kleitz back to pass. He throws and knocked down. Great defensive play. Pass intended for Mcgoldrick, who's had a couple of big touchdown plays in this game. And Matt Panis was able to knock that one away, so it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 40. Great defensive play there.
Yeah, you almost wonder if he catches that, does he go back all the way for the distance? Because he saw a lane right after that one, which is why he put his head down and held it with his hands. He knew he had something big right there.
And that might have been a backbreaker had he been able to do that.
Oh, no doubt.
2nd down and 10. Here's Kleitz rolling to the right. He's still running, cuts back inside, takes a big hit, and is gang tackled at about the 48-yard line. Did the ball come out there? Southwestern says they might have it. Let's see.
No, I think he's saying ball down, player down is what he's saying.
All right, well, let's see. I think it's an official timeout on the field, or the official says, we got this.
Keeps pointing to the ground. He's saying he was down. It's exactly what he keeps saying. Kleitz was down, no question. As you see, he's called that multiple times.
So it's less than 4 minutes to play. Now it's 3rd and 1 at the 49-yard line of the Chiefs. And there's a handoff, and he's got the first down, and spinning away from tacklers all the way down inside the 40-yard line is McAnulty. Great run there. Great hard run for the first down and then some. 1st and 10 at the Southwestern 38-yard line.
Ball spotted and the clock's running.
Another great run there. Tommy McAnulty, huge run there. 1st and 10 at the 38 for Iroquois. 3:20 to play, fourth quarter. Southwestern up 21-14. Kleitz back to pass. Run. Now he's going to run it. He's got some yards. He's got a first down and then some. Still on his feet. He's brought down at about the 20-yard line. So a first down for Kleitz and the Chiefs at the Southwestern 22-yard line. Gain of 16 and a first down.
Couple quick scores. Pioneer wins 22-14 over Ken West. Alden with 24 unanswered points as they have a 24-8 lead over Silver Creek.
1st and 10 now at the 21-yard line for Iroquois. And a run to the near side. It's Kleitz, and he got about a 3-yard gain, I believe. And that'll bring up 2nd and 7. All spotted at the 28-yard line. Excuse me, that's about the 18 or 19-yard line. 2:15 and counting on the clock. 2nd and 7. Here's Kleitz. He throws. Caught by Berry on the far side. He breaks one tackle and then is brought down on the far side after a short gain. It'll bring up 3rd down.
I am really disappointed right now.
You are? Why?
We didn't get our grilled cheese and they're leaving.
Oh, well, blame Russ. Blame Russ. Because we can. 3rd and 5 from the 16-yard line for Iroquois.
Listen, I'll take it. We got a game. Now I'll take that one even more.
And the handoff is to McAnulty, and he's not gonna, I don't know, let's see if he got the first down. It's gonna be close.
Oh, that's short.
And
short by about a yard and a half.
So it'll be 4th down for Iroquois, and the game could be very well riding on this play. See what they do here, 4th and 1.
You got to think it's either going to be a keeper by Kleitz or you're getting the ball in Berry's hands right here. because you know he's going to fight for every single yard if that ball gets in his hands.
4th and 1 from the 12-yard line. Final minute of regulation. 21-14 Southwestern. Iroquois trying to tie it up. Trying to get Southwestern. And there's the handoff. It's Kleitz going to keep it himself. And it looks like he's got the first down. It's a first down for the Chiefs with 45 seconds remaining in regulation.
Yeah, I think we saw that one coming, right? He said it was either going to be a keeper by him or you're getting the ball to Berry that we've seen has just been great with yards after contact, just doing a great job for fighting for everything he can get to.
And Iroquois takes a timeout, so both teams will head over to their respective benches.
So 45 seconds left in this one, right? 10 yards to go. It literally is there. It's going to be goal, first and goal right here. So you've got 45 seconds to try to tie this game up.
Well, the one thing you can't afford here is a negative play. You can't take a sack. You got to throw it away.
Negative play, penalty, anything. Right? It doesn't matter what it is.
Yep. So both teams huddled around their coaches. Southwestern leads this one 21-14. Southwestern scored first. Iroquois scored to tie it at 7. Iroquois took a 14-7 lead, and Southwestern has scored the last 2 touchdowns of the game. Aidan Kennedy has had a huge night for Southwestern. Kleitz has had a good game for Iroquois. Mcgoldrick has scored both Iroquois touchdowns. Mercurio's had a big game. You could list a whole bunch of guys.
Berry's had a big game. Berry's had a big game on both sides of the ball, too.
First and goal from the 10-yard line for Iroquois. McAnulty in the backfield with Kleitz. Kleitz will throw it. It's caught by Berry. Berry hit at the 5, down to about the 1 or 2 yard line. He's close. And the clock is ticking, 30 seconds to play. Let's see what Iroquois does here. Second and goal from the 1 yard line. Kleitz hands it off to McAnulty, and it looks like he's shoved back. 14.2 seconds left, and I think Iroquois takes a timeout, and that's probably their last timeout of the half.
Hey, how about that stop right there by number 55, Mitch Pike on that one, as he comes in big to make that stop and stops that touchdown from happening.
Well, that's up there with our play of the game category. Huge defensive play right there. 14.2 seconds left. Now it's second and goal from the 3 yard line.
Correction, third and goal to go from the 2.
You're right, third and goal from the 2. My bad.
So 2 shots. I mean, and you can throw it, right? And still, if it was incomplete, stop the clock. I don't know how you keep the ball out of Berry's hands at this point. Look what he did in the first play, right? I mean, you can see that.
Or you're going to call a Kleitz keeper.
Or you're going to do something like that, or like a rollout type thing, where he's going to fake the handoff, roll the opposite way, kind of into the end zone. I wouldn't be surprised to see that. Or like I said, I'm looking that you're trying to get it into Berry's hands.
Well, I'm going to go with Kleitz, just to be different.
I don't know if that's different because I agree with you. I think you can go either way. So let's see. You see Kleitz going out. Yeah. Berry's lined up right now to the left side.
And now it looks like, is Southwestern taking a timeout?
Absolutely.
Yep,
they're going to see what they're
Southwestern takes a timeout. Yep. So the tension will mount a little bit longer. Third and goal from the 2. 14.2 seconds left. Iroquois trying to tie it up. Southwestern trying to hold them off. They lead it 21-14.
So Dennis Sorrow, our
Connolly Cup guru.
Our Connolly Cup head. I'm telling you, he's rooting for overtime on this one. I'd say he's been talking about overtime for a long time.
Yeah, well, tell Dennis that Mrs. Boyer wants me to come home. I hope. You know.
So this is, and then it becomes interesting is, do you go for the extra point? Do you go for the 2-point conversion?
I was thinking about that earlier. I almost said it, and I thought, well, I'll just wait and see. I should have said it because that's an interesting decision. And, I think the greatest example was Tom Osborne in Nebraska in that championship game against Miami. Do you remember that? And they went for 2 and didn't get it. All right, here we go. 3rd and goal from the 2. The game hanging in the balance. 14.2 seconds left. McAnulty to the left of Kleitz. Kleitz surveys the field. He's in the shotgun. The snap. He looks to throw. He throws. It's caught for the touchdown. And Iroquois, Nate Mcgoldrick gets his 3rd TD of the game. And it's a 21-20 game with 9.9 seconds to play. Wide open. Good call, Tom. And now is decision time for the coaches.
Look at this. Kleitz is going. Is he going in?
Kleitz is going, so it looks like they're going for the 2-point conversion and the win. Robert Pizzonka. We'll see. It looks like they're going for 2.
Hey, Dennis, McGoldrick saying, I got that Conley Cup nomination right there. 3 touchdowns for me.
Here we go. Iroquois going for 2 and the win with 9.9 seconds to play. Kleitz is going to run it himself at the far side.
He got it.
And he got it. 2-point conversion for Kleitz. And Iroquois takes a 22-21 lead. What a finish. And we're not done yet. Still about 9.9 seconds left on the clock. Trey Kleitz brings them back.
Nye comes out of there with the ball, and he's going, why do I have the ball? And you can see the coaches are on the field asking what's going on, trying to get players off the field right now.
Well, they're not going to change anything.
No.
Okay. All
Listen,
right.
you don't know what happens when you're in the middle of a pile like that. And it's right when he breaks the plane. It doesn't matter. It's over right there when he broke the plane.
So Iroquois takes a 22-21 lead with 9.9 seconds to play. And we'll see what Southwestern does here. Do you run a home run throwback type play on the kickoff, or do you just run one play and try a Hail Mary?
Well, you wonder if there's going to be some sort of squib kick right here. You're not going to kick it because I don't want Panis to come back and run something on me, right? We already know that Panis can easily break something away, what we've seen right here. So sit back and wait, because you would think there's going to be, right when the ball's kicked, there's going to be a stoppage right after it. There won't be a return, and then you're going to look to see is what play are you going to draw up to try to get yourself in the end zone.
So a thrilling game at Iroquois, 9.9 seconds showing on the clock. And Southwestern apparently has 2 timeouts left. So Arcapagné will kick it off. Panis is the deep man.
Yeah, I'll be shocked they kick this one away.
And I don't think, I think Southwestern will probably just fall on it.
Unless they kick it away. Panis will try to return this.
Well, the crowd getting into it now, being egged on by the Iroquois bench. And Arcapagné puts his foot to it. He kicks it deep. And Panis is going to let it bounce. Now he's going to pick it up at the 10, at the 15. Makes a great move to get around a tackler. Still on his feet and is finally brought down at about the 27-yard line with 1.8 seconds showing on the clock. Hail Mary time for Southwestern. It's about their only option, or the hook and ladder, or something dramatic. And Iroquois kind of stealing a victory or earning a victory over Southwestern if they can make one more play. And Southwestern, what a tough way to see a lead disappear, but give Trey Kleitz all the credit in the world. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the 27. That's kind of irrelevant here. Iroquois dropping everybody back deep. And Aidan Kennedy will try to pull a miracle, a rabbit out of the hat. Kennedy back to pass. He'll have all day to throw. And he throws deep downfield, and it is intercepted by Iroquois. The Chiefs will win the game. And bringing the ball back and being forced out of bounds is Andrew Trabuco, and Iroquois walks out of here with a thrilling 22-21 win. What a game, what a finish. And it's only the first week of our high school football coverage on Western New York Athletics. Maybe a while before we see a game as good as this one.
We've had it all weekend. Look, we had the Burgard East Aurora game that we did. We had the Jamestown Orchard Park game that we did, right? We just did the Bennett and Western New York Maritime game. And now this one, 4 fantastic games Western New York Athletics got to broadcast for everyone here in Western New York.
So once again, the final score, Iroquois 22, Southwestern 21. The officials are apparently talking to Coach Burkholder about something. Let's see. Is this game still going to go? Is there a penalty?
There is.
Let's see what it is.
So push in the back, penalty
it's
decline.
declined.
Game over.
The game is over, and Iroquois wins it 22-21. What a thriller. What a thriller. So once again, the final score, Iroquois 22, Southwestern 21. For BJ Stack, Ross Battaglia, and Tom Prince, I'm Stu Boyer. Have a good night, everybody.